Dude,
real. Bro.
What up?
All King Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
All hail King Kenny.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Henny?
All right. I'm going to bring back AI music if you keep doing that.
What? I'm still celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
That is... Nope.
That.
I want computers
Also,
to do
I was going to say,
better.
that's not what we're doing.
That's actually our first topic. Right off the bat. I was actually going to...
I'm down for a discussion.
Modelo Time, fool. Hey, this show is sponsored by Modelo Time, fool.
Amazing
Modelo
it.
probably only sponsors fights, and they're like, that's enough to get
I
money.
will sock somebody to get sponsored by Modelo, fool.
Yeah, but
It's in the game.
you would have to either fight me
Yeah.
or Tommy. That's how
I'll fight
Cinco de
him.
Mayo
He's
works.
got a bum arm.
That's not...
I technically weigh in for heavyweight right now.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And also, when I was in high school at 150 pounds, I had to wrestle the heavyweight.
Let's be real. Like, as
I was too
3-4 fight fans, heavyweight isn't very heavy by modern day standards. 220?
fair. Yeah, fair.
I mean, I was heavyweight in middle school at that rate, which is pretty great, actually.
Very true.
I could fight Tyson Fury in middle school. Call
I
it.
don't think that's how that one...
No, I think it's exactly how it
Hey,
works.
thank you, Goliath.
I think you could weigh in with Tyson Fury at that weight. I don't know if you could hang with Tyson Fury.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said fight.
Okay.
You can fight anybody. I can fight a bear. I can fight God.
This is
Doesn't
true.
mean I'm losing
Wait, what?
or winning. No, it doesn't mean I'm losing either. That's a loser mentality.
All right. Cool.
See?
Tyson Fury also, like, on the note of boxing not being as popular, didn't even know fighting for the heavyweight belt next week against Usyk.
Oh, that's happening next week? Okay.
Yeah, that's happening next
That's
week.
happening after all. I knew that was, I think, the potential next fight, but
Yeah, that's the exact issue. That is just kind of like, it's happening, it's not happening, it's not happening, no media attention for months kind of thing. And Goliath is back. We missed you
Welcome
too.
back to Goliath.
and the fucking purse is probably going to still be like $5 million.
I don't know how it works when it's a Ukrainian and a British person. Are they fighting for euros?
Can I say something
Still
hilarious?
is a little bit higher than dollars, though. It's like 1.1, so it's not like that.
What if they're fighting for pounds?
That's worse.
I mean,
That's like Republic credits. We don't take that shit. No, what I was saying though is that I love that boxing. It's like the most macho, masculine type like sport, right? It's combat sport, but then they're fighting for a purse. Like purse as the name,
yeah,
is hilarious. It's just because it's like if you think of what I think of and I hear the word purse, I think of a little Coach bag.
Yeah.
So it's like Canelo Alvarez fighting for a little Coach bag.
in the early days of the MMA forums, there was this one guy that was saying that he was like the most best fighter ever, undefeated, something like that.
Hulk Hogan?
I don't remember his name, but he
Okay.
was one of those like fake martial artists. That's
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
I can fight whoever. And someone with actual like fighting credits like jumped onto the forums and was like, "All right, come on, tell you what, fight me. Even if you lose, I'll give you the entire purse." And his response was, "What kind of
Fruity.
fights for a purse?"
Well, the idea is
That's great.
people have been fighting for so long that it was purse because
I
it
know.
wasn't gendered back then. It was when men wore high heels
Yeah,
and fought
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, purse. It means the correct thing. It's just what we've turned it into.
Yep.
You know, it's just
Some
so
things
funny.
just stay there.
Now. If there was like we're fighting for a clutch, then it's now we're even worse.
true. Yeah.
Now we're even worse. Do girls even have purses anymore?
Depends.
Like I think it is. I think they're downsized to clutches. I mean, because like
for
their
the most
pants
part.
don't got pockets.
Some
well,
But like my mom had a purse.
yeah,
Like
no,
a purse, like a
So,
big ass purse.
I think it just depends on like what your job is, or also like what you do.
Right.
So my wife has like a purse, but even then, it's kind of like a bag, like
like a
Yay size?
like a messenger bag, or it's big and hold laptop, or like
yeah,
smaller.
like big and hold.
Yeah,
laptop.
see, because that's like utility, right?
Yeah, but then her, like when we're going out and I say, "Oh, do you have your purse?" She's got this little kind of like credit card
Yeah,
size,
clutch
like,
type,
and
hand
it's-
wallet. I
and of
think
course it's
called.
just like the classic like Mexican zipper with the little fucking like florecitas and everything.
I got
But-
2 of them in my possession somehow.
Exactly.
It literally depends on the occasion. I've
Yeah.
seen women with an overnight bag that have like a whole sleeping bag in their purse,
Yep.
and I've seen women with just basically a card holder. So
Yeah, which what I was going to
Just
say is that
curious.
I think both men and women now have gone to the
Cell phone?
attached to the cell phone thing. So
My friend did that.
yeah, I think it's
So you can
weird
lose
and-
everything all at once.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Your
what I
identity,
told
your
him.
fingerprints, everything.
well, literally, the Samsung phone only opens with your fingerprint. so-
Can you use an ID card to do the face scan?
No,
I should try it.
no, it needs body warmth.
You can use my
I-
brother though, like to unlock my phone.
Your brother works?
He works.
I found out
That's
that my
hilarious.
3-year-old face works.
Unlocks your phone?
Oh yeah, he can unlock my phone.
That's hilarious.
yeah,
Dad, I want to play Pokemon Go.
I was sitting at at the house with a friend of mine. We were just like chilling, having some drinks, and next thing I know, my son just like picks up the phone, whoop, slides up, and it opens and activates with his face. I was like, okay, this is not good.
He's got
But at least they're my kids. Like I can tell they're my kids now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I don't
it's like,
I don't didn't know
yeah, there's no
before.
question. No, there was never a question. But it's like,
I don't need a DNA test.
Yeah,
Can you
exactly.
open this phone?
yeah.
You're just watching your 5-year-old like, oh no. For 5 years, just like, oh no. You don't like ketchup. Whatever. Just whatever.
Ketchup?
Kid. Just a weird
That's
kid
what you
thing.
picked?
I don't know. That's a
I
little
don't
kid
like
thing.
ketchup. My kid loves ketchup.
Well, there you go. Then the opposite, guys.
Yeah.
It's for a bit. Not everything has to be real. It's like, my son loves ketchup. What are you saying that, Sam?
I just
Fuck.
feel like mayo and mustard
I get
might
it?
have been a little bit more of a
Yeah, those have divided my household.
yeah, yeah. Because everyone likes ketchup. That's just worse salsa.
Except for Europeans.
Oh yeah, they like vinegar for some fucking reason.
What?
Now,
Yeah, that's what they put on their French fries, vinegar.
yeah.
Yeah, the
They're-
British specifically.
They're weird.
On their chips,
I thought it was mayo. Don't they use mayo?
That's Canada.
French.
German.
Them too.
They put beer on their fry.
Fair.
They beer batter them, yeah.
Be a better.
Well,
Thank you, Keon Sloan.
we got a couple of
Put it bang.
subs. We got a little bit of fun here already going. We got beers. Even Sam's drinking today.
I always drink when they're available and not IPAs.
I was about to say, I think you always. I thought that sentence was going to end with, "I always drink when Emiliano is here."
Well, he always brings something.
I was gonna say,
So
well,
it's like,
kinda. I mean,
I'm
'cause
not
I've
a
always
rude
drinking
host, you know. Although Marcos did drink all of that special whiskey that you brought, I didn't get a chance to have any.
We still got some.
No, but the little bottle.
We still got some.
No, it's empty.
No, we still got some.
Oh,
you can
well-
have some of
Oh
it.
no, all you took all of mine. I must get all of yours. Is
Okay.
But anyway,
I can bring more.
But I get to drink my half first.
denied. I reject
I
your
mean, it's at my house. I'll just drink it.
I mean, we
but enjoy it.
we went to
I will take that from you, and that's
we
enough.
went to the whiskey making place and helped him make it though. We looked at the gauges and everything.
Yeah, but I could probably squish the
right,
grapes
they did
just as easy. It's fine.
There's
Not the way I make it. Not with my feet. You guys don't know. OnlySam.com. All the feet.
Fair.
The feet
is
wheat
it bad that I'm
stomping.
like that's what I was thinking of. Like
Feet.
big ass feet just comping on wheat.
Just like
Feet wheat. That's hashtag feet wheat.
feet.
Where's Sean? Yes.
make
now
this
I feel
up-
like I'm not drinking alone.
You guys got to realize this. I don't plan these jokes. They just come to me, and they're
Oh,
all hacky.
Yeah.
I am a grade A hack, so don't you forget it.
I also just do kind of the same thing. That like we'll be at work and
Put your feet in the whiskey. God damn. That's not professional. At least
on
I'm an
now.
outsider.
Season it.
I was gonna say there's flavoring to be had. No, but like
Why did I look at your feet for seasoning? I was like, do you have cilantro in there? No, I'm kidding.
no,
Maybe.
I have coworkers who will just be like, "Oh yeah, can you give me the ranch or something?" I'll be like, "I'll fuck your ranch." I don't know where that comes from. It's just like it's kind of like the same concept as you.
Well, tell them to feed
Just
your
like-
wheat next time. Or
This
wheat-
is true.
Feet your wheat. Do it.
I don't know if we're gonna be working with wheat anytime soon.
Fine. Grapes. Make whiskey wine.
We're making red corn.
Hype train
bourbon
incoming,
right
guys.
now.
You're making what?
Come on, ride
Red
the
corn
train.
bourbon.
Red corn. Is that like that's the Pocahontas song, right? No, it's Blue Corn Moon. Red corn bourbon is different. Got
You
it.
lost me.
He's
The
three
trying to
Disney
paint
with all the
fans.
colors of.
There you go. He's getting it. He's getting it. God damn it.
We're also thinking
Is
about
it just
doing,
around the river bend?
Now you're talking.
thinking about doing a Texas blend, red, white, and blue, but not in like the American, like USA, fuck yeah, America kind of way. Just like Texas, red, white, and blue.
Cool.
Red, white, and blue corn bourbon blend.
I'm down.
Be fun. Yeah.
Texas is not its own state. It's America you're doing.
Texas is its own state.
It is it's
And-
a state of denial of being a part of the United States.
Well, we don't.
This
I
is
don't-
mostly true, but we are the greatest country in this country.
Tell that to the Navajo. I don't know. I just picked a native. I just picked a native.
That's not
because you
one
can't
group.
say no.
I was about to say that.
You can't get mad.
That's not a group that
the
lives here.
Iroquois-
I was gonna say the Navajos.
I mean-
the Iroquois is definitely not even in the South.
Well, you didn't say the South. You said America, to be fair. And technically, that's not even the best confederacy. The Iroquois Confederacy was a way better confederacy
100%.
than the other
They
confederacy.
wrote the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's all better confederacy and states than Texas. Is the Iroquois. Pen
I'm
it.
not gonna disagree with you.
You're
there.
welcome. Thank
It's also
you.
why Choctaw Nation.
Why did the Alamo happen again?
Why did the Alamo happen again?
Because the Mexicans are the good guys.
yeah.
And why were the Texans bad?
Well, it was-
they were Texans.
They
Wanted slavery.
were
Yeah,
Americans.
correct.
Well, that's not.
No, they were
There's-
actually Americans. Who
But they were
then,
they were Tijanos. They were calling themselves that.
yeah, but they're also like all the other fucking hacks who are coming from like Chicago and
That's
New
all
York right
Texas
now.
is. They're all Virginias and South Carolinians.
Yeah, that's why we
that
don't
wanted to
count
be
them.
cowpokes.
Yeah, that's why we don't
Travis
count
is from like Connecticut or some shit.
But Davy Crockett's pretty cool though.
it. Austin,
All of them. Houston.
had a show
Austin's
on
from.
They're all from like the East Coast. They're all preppy, rich white boys
Stephen F.
that
Austin's
wanted to
the
be
only one
cowboys.
who I think is from the actual South. He was from
Right.
Tennessee.
Well, David Crockett was from Tennessee.
Okay, then him too.
yeah.
David
And he
Crockett
was
is cool as
royalty.
fuck.
He was king of the wild frontier.
Exactly.
Yeah, even Teddy Roosevelt was a cosplayer of Wilderness. It's fine.
He kind of earned his
I was
spurs
gonna
by
say,
a lot.
you can like cosplay, but when you
Look.
actually go and get down and dirty with
Look,
it.
I'm just saying that's like Bear Grylls being.
So-
oh yeah, Bear Grylls is tough, but he had the wealth and the resources to learn how to be Bear Grylls.
I've been reading up on Teddy Roosevelt. I found his book at half price books for $1. And it was one of my favorite stories that he joined when he formed the Rough Riders. It was still kind of when you would like just get your friends in town. It's like, hey, bro, we're going to war with Spain. Like there was no army enlistment. It was just like me and my friends. We're going to war.
Right.
Yeah, me and the boys. Me and the boys.
You just go.
Boys
you,
are in town.
you just go ride with me, and then you're like, all right, let's go. Fuck it, I guess we're riding, and then you ride. That's it.
That's the term ride or die.
Yeah.
And they're out there, they're charging a hill. Teddy Roosevelt's like, we're gonna go take that hill, and he's standing on a fucking horse, and this dude's just like trying to take shelter, and he's like, you're really gonna take shelter? Look how tall I am right here, and I'm gonna ride into fucking battle. And he's like, you're right, and he stands up and gets shot right in the fucking head.
Oh my god! It's like, look at Jimmy. Jimmy's doing it. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna do it too. Pow! God damn, bro. Monkey see, monkey do. Holy shit! I guess.
Fuck, I want to. I don't know the name of the game, but it was this one like Civil War game or whatever. He's like, "We did it, boys! We got the fort!" And then they kill one of the guys.
Lads, we fucking
Yeah, but
won.
what's the name of the guy who he killed?
It was
Jeffrey?
No, Frederick.
Frederick.
Frederick's gone, and you're next. You can't.
Can you look up?
I don't know if that's gonna be enough to find it. I can try.
Look up. They killed Frederick. That's what it was. That's literally what I imagined in that thing. It's like, come on, boys, we're taking this hill, Frederick.
We did it, lads. The fort's ours.
You killed Frederick. Was it feed him steel, boys? They
That's
killed
like
Wait,
the,
lads, they're coming.
the Hell Divers clip that it's really similar.
Helldivers lends itself to a lot of those.
Yeah,
kind
they
of
just
moments.
like they're all jumping into war and they're like, "All right, everybody, I'm excited. This is my last
Bro, I'm
tour."
still
Look up
getting
the
I've got
forts
wife
are.
and kids.
The forts ours. Just look up the forts ours.
Okay.
And that dude just dies, and he's like, "Oh man, Rodney, please go make love to my wife, take care of my kids."
What the fuck
Same
did you look up?
concepts.
The fort. Oh, the
People
fort
from
Frederick.
Frederick. This bit is we're losing track of the bit. We're losing the bit, but
I already did the whole thing.
I know, but it's better. There it is. There it is. You got to see it though.
Oh, this one, yes.
This is Freddie, Teddy Roosevelt.
Wait, lads, they're coming.
Hey, wait, they're coming! Lad, they're coming! There's a fucking revolver! Get them steel, guys! Get them steel! Fucking come and get him!
Fucking Frederick.
Steel coming back! Frederick's gonna use next can!
That was just Teddy Roosevelt the whole time.
Fuck yeah.
By the way, shout out to everyone in the chat noticing the knocked loose shirt. Well, the arfs. Dig it. I took JJ to the show.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Knocked Loose is a hardcore band, and they're they're so big they played Coachella last year, and then they're winning Grammys this year. Like they're on that rail of like really, really, really good music that's getting
Drake?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I said good. But anyway, not and to digress. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fucking cool Teddy Roosevelt stories. The giant from Galveston. Do you know about that boxer? Johnson.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. Teddy Roosevelt invited him to the White House, and he was just, it's like the Tom Brady going with the Super Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it was just kind of like, whatever, I'm the champion, I'm going. And it's like, oh, yes, like, come. And then he's like taking off his cuffs and putting on boxing gloves. And, and Johnson's like, what do you think you're doing? It's like, oh, well, I mean, you're the heavyweight champion and I'm me. So I thought, like, we'd go at it. And Johnson beat him so bad he went blind in one eye and tried to hide it for the rest of his presidency.
Holy shit.
He's not beating the spoiled rich white guy allegations. That's all I'm saying.
This
Inviting a guy to fight a heavyweight champion because you think you can?
That's awesome.
That's some privileged shit right there.
Well, he
So,
was a
Jake
Golden
Paul.
Gloves boxer. in
Well, Jake
college.
Paul would not fight a current heavyweight champion.
But that's like Biden wanting to fight Jake Paul at the very least. This doesn't add up.
Jake Paul doesn't have a title. It's like,
also
No, but also
ish.
Biden's 85 years old.
Yeah.
It's the age is what
well,
I
also, it would be closer to Obama fighting the heavyweight champion because Teddy Roosevelt was one of the youngest presidents.
I
Not
was
the
gonna say-
youngest.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he was only like 37, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, Obama versus LeBron in basketball, that'd be fucking sick.
But that's what that was like back then. They didn't have basketball back then.
They had
Actually,
fisticuffs.
by then basketball was still in baskets.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to get a ladder to get the bat. ball out. They didn't think to cut a hole.
All right, guys. Well, we actually have kind of a crowded show today. There's a whole bunch of fun Mexican American topics that happened in the last month. So I'm going to go ahead and start it out early a little bit today.
Mexican American.
Yeah, we're over here talking about Theodore Roosevelt.
He was Mexican. You're supposed to fade out.
Sam's going to come back and be all sorts of confused.
Oh no, I was just gonna go off the rails. But it's okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to O Menos Mexicanos. I will be your host today, covering all the latest Mexican news, as well as I'm not alone. Across from me,
Hola, buenas noches. Soy Vato Incognito.
Aquí estamos.
and next to the masked man.
Emiliano Guajardo, a.k.a. El Whisky Leo.
And on my right.
My name is Sam the Mexcellent. Welcome to the show.
It's funny how much you hate Slowpoke Rodriguez, and that was your go-to.
Nope, that's actually the parrot from the tiki room. Somebody turn off the shower. That's a line he says in the show. Hi, I'm Sam Gonzalez, the Mexcellent. Literally in the Disney ride, it's a room, the tiki room with these little animatronic birds. He's like, hey, somebody turned on the shower. That's how he sounds and says it. This is from the 50s.
Interesting.
And they had Cholo accents. It was
I don't
so
know
weird.
if they know what tiki is.
Well, no, it was no, they have different birds from different parts of the world.
Well,
there's a German one, there's an English one.
God.
There
And
is
then I
a
forget.
giant bucket where they just throw similar things sometimes. Like, I'm going to sing old night songs. 3 songs into it, you'll be singing sea shanties 99% of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Cool.
So that's just kind of...
It's like sea shanties and Irish jigs. It's like, yeah, it's like Irish jigs, and then it's like, oh, well, now we're talking
La
about.
Parca. Fuck yeah.
No,
So,
soy vato
we will get there.
incognito.
But originally, I was gonna talk about the Canelo fight just because it's become like boxing on Cinco de Mayo weekend has become a historic thing, going all the way to Oscar de la Hoya. Probably even before that, but at least that's where it became famous, televised. But then I just thought no one probably really gave a fuck about that fight except for me and Sam to a degree. And I thought the more interesting thing to talk about was Cinco de Mayo, like the history of it, because it's not very long. It's just kind of interesting.
Whoop-de-doo, we beat the French.
I was gonna say I think it grew in popularity along with Oscar de la Hoya.
I actually have the history to it. I looked it up.
Okay, well there you go.
But
I just know it. Yeah, 100% was like just for marketing.
well, not exactly. So
I mean, I know the history of Cinco de Mayo.
Well,
but,
yes. No, I meant-
French.
Yeah.
So
Fuck the French.
Oh, God damn it! You beat me to it. That's like that's one of my go-tos. Just like fuck the French.
Except
And
for the
it-
War of 1812.
I was about
They
to
did
say-
us a solid by giving us
well,
arms.
even in
Well,
1776.
I was gonna say even during like the World War, they like really took care of black GIs and black army vets and war soldiers when the U.S. didn't.
That being said, the French are the only industrialized nation to lose to a non-industrialized in a fight. Like
Really?
Africans with no firearms.
no, that's not true. Italy lost to the Zulu Nation.
Was it Italy? Maybe
Italy lost to
I get the
Zulu.
French and the Italians mixed up. They
That's-
both have like fancy foods that aren't that great.
And that they mostly copy from other places.
And bippity boppity. That's both French and Italian, right? This.
Nope.
Tomatoes are Mexican.
Yeah, I was gonna say they get like most of their dishes are like native or American like products.
Are the Italians?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I will say in both cases, French and Italian, Americans do their food better. We get Cajun food when we
100%.
do French food. We get pizza pockets when we make Italian food.
And we
I set
have-
that up perfectly.
Weird. It's weird how that line
Croissant
stops with
wish.
Tex-Mex. Just stops with Tex. Like Mexicans, we'll make it better. We'll put cheese on everything.
That's actually not even my biggest problem with Tex-Mex. It's the gray gravy for some fucking reason. That is
Gravy.
Yeah,
The
whenever they
fuck
make
are you
like
talking about?
carne con chile, but it's strictly for white people. They just put gravy on it. There's no chile. There's no.
You look so scared.
Because I've never seen gravy at a Tex-Mex.
Because you don't go to Tex-Mex places. You go to Mexican places.
Mostly fair.
Trudy's don't even exist no more after one more restaurant shuts down. That's like the ultimate Tex-Mex place here in
Really?
Austin.
Yeah,
there's
Trudy
only
shut
one-
down.
Yeah, they shut down. Only the North
Oh,
Austin
I didn't
one.
even know
That was by
Trudy's-
my house, and I lived there for 4 years, never went once.
I didn't even know Trudy's was a
once.
Tex-Mex spot. That's
Oh, it
my
is.
thing.
Yeah, you just go there to drink. That's what I do.
Right.
Oh.
The mimosas were like $1 for each, and I had like 7 of
So,
them.
going back to Cinco de Mayo, just because I thought this part was interesting.
I had 7
There is a-
mimosas on Cinco de Mayo. I'm kidding, no. Sorry.
There is a multicultural part of the United States that was like, all right, we have an influx of Mexicans because of the Bracero program, and we need to fold them into society. And that's done. They did similar things for the Italians. Columbus Day only exists.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For the Italians?
Because
Yes.
they were trying to assimilate. Yeah,
guy-
into
hey.
like proud American U.S.
There's
culture.
a whole episode of The Sopranos.
This fucking manatee fucker is your hero. Good job.
yeah,
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do
It
it.
wasn't done because
He was
Columbus
mad-
is
I
a
mean,
great guy. It was
Specifically for a manatee fucker, but that's what it ended up being. And the indigenous people were like, man, we didn't even get a holiday. We're taking that one. Fuck it.
And
Italians are fine now.
Irish people got St. Patrick's Day, which is also loosely based on.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when it came to Mexicans, they were like, cool. It was Cinco de Mayo the Battle of Puebla is a very historic battle because it's these group of farmers beating an industrialized nation. Mm-hmm. So that sounds really cool. Let's get behind that. And they started marketing towards it. It just didn't really take off. Like it took off in like local communities kind of deal. And when it actually finally took it off was in the 1960s. Activists started having Cinco de Mayo parties during like the whole hippie movement of like, let's bring back our culture, let's celebrate it. And they are actually the ones that set the groundwork. But nothing good can happen without corporations noticing for too long. So it was like, oh, they're celebrating their culture. It's this movement's having a boom. Now let's market beer to them.
Yeah.
And that's where it takes off.
Goddamn Mecha kids making holidays and shit. Because they're all Chicanos, they're all American born, but like, we need to get back to our raza.
Well, I mean, and then...
but we all have them. Every generation has them,
Yeah,
right?
but then at the same time,
I'm one.
San Antonio, like, they've always celebrated that because the battle happened in San Antonio. So, yeah, San Antonio, it's always, I mean, that's fiesta. That's what fiesta is based around. So, yeah.
But yeah, no, that was just the whole, it was done for marketing. I thought that it is funny that for the last 2 or 3 years, maybe it has something to do with the Chiefs, but drinking on Cinco de Mayo has outpaced drinking during the Super Bowl and drinking during St. Patrick's Day.
Wait, what the fuck does that have to do with the Chiefs?
Chiefs are not a very marketable team kind of thing.
Oh, it beats out the Super. Okay, gotcha.
More people drink on Cinco de Mayo than at the Super Bowl,
which is usually unheard of. Okay, gotcha.
Beating St. Patrick's Day is a little is interesting.
St. Patrick's Day this year was on a Sunday, so it actually kind of made a lot of sense for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
2020 fucked all that shit up, man. Where all of the fucking holidays lined up on Fridays and Saturdays. That's wild.
Yeah.
And then everyone had to stay inside.
And then all the kids during COVID don't drink, so the kids don't drink no more.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm gonna get into like
a soapbox,
a whiskey salesman.
So,
these fucking kids don't drink.
No. So here's my theory behind that. So my theory is that millennials, we got so fucked as a generation through like catastrophe after fucking like world ending like weather, etc. That we're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna drink and drink and drink. That we drink so much that Gen Z just drinks like normal people. And that the like separation between how much we drink and just like how average they drink is such like a huge amount that it seems like they don't drink anymore.
I think it's because of fucking Juuls. Because we didn't smoke.
No,
we didn't smoke.
I don't know about that.
We said no.
I agree with you. They smoke more than we do.
And so they're like, let's get a vice. Let's do smoking in this USB stick because it's fun and nobody can catch me. But I'm also have a black lung by the time I'm 21.
So
but drinking,
I agree, yeah.
Also, like millennials were like, man, our parents need to stop drinking. Our grandparents need to stop blacking out. And we drank. But even then, I think we were like, guys, I mean, we're drinking fancy stuff now as opposed to lots of stuff now, at least. We were, but I think now that hypothesis,
80 calories.
I think
water.
Exactly that we're drinking smarter, not harder. And I think now the kids are just like drinking's for fucking lamos. I'll have enough drinks to have fun, but like over drinking is just too much. They got it worse than us. They don't got a fucking future. We barely got one, but they don't even got one.
Yeah, but I think that's why
we had college. They don't. They didn't.
Well, they're not going to. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, between them not affording to and COVID destroying 4 years of life.
Yeah.
So, anyway, don't drink, kids. It's bad for you. You end up looking like us.
You mean great? We look better than most Gen Z.
I was about to say, Jordan the Stallion is the prime time example. That man is black, and black don't crack.
Who is this?
Jordan the Stallion. He's like, I think 3 million on TikTok and like maybe 1.5 million on Instagram. He's like the guy who...
Presidente of the fast food secret.
Oh... Yeah, he's just a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Handsome guys just look older.
Yeah, but he's 26.
Yeah.
And he looks our age. Have you? Okay, I just.
I mean, there's a
reheard-
lot of TikToks about like, I think I look like what a 25. You look older than me, bud.
Yeah. Well, so I have
Because
you,
the jewels, they smoked.
the
Bro, I'm balding at 26.
It's Jover.
rough. No, so Jordan the Stallion has a great story.
Or his
About,
older
like-
dad or his brother? Older brother.
Who? What?
He said his older brother was younger, his younger kid or something like that. Was that the story you're talking about? Sorry for
with
cutting
The
you
Rock?
off. No, it wasn't The Rock. No, that guy we brought up.
Yes.
He told a story where he went to a coffee shop with his brother. No, his brother, older brother, by like 6 years.
Okay.
And he's like, dude, your son is so handsome. He's like,
Yeah.
that's not my fucking son. That's my older brother.
Yeah.
By a lot.
No, so he has a story where he went to a Comic-Con and a meet and greet for The Rock, and he waited in line, and he like got to the like it was his turn. He like had the poster, and he's like, Rock asks him like, "Oh, who do I make it out to?" And he's like, "To Jordan." And Rock signs, "Jordan, your dad is so cool. He waited in line for so long to get this poster for you." And then he gives him the poster, and he's like, "Man, crazy how time flies, right? Remember when we were kids?" And he just fucking like taps Jordan on the shoulder, and Jordan's like, "I'm 26," and he was like, and he thought I was 52. It's like, man, holy shit. But you know, I don't know.
I mean, Goliath is also saying Jordan is younger than me, but he looks like he could be my uncle. Like,
100%. This is, I mean, he is a handsome man, but he definitely looks. And I would have never tagged him for a year younger than me, and he's got like 6. So
Maybe.
I don't know.
well, you brought up our next topic, which I thought was worthy to be on Masa Mentalist, but it was also just kind of like,
What
How
is there
hard-
to say?
well, there's a little bit to say because it's very hard for the average person to get into Mexican culture sometimes, in the sense that it was like, I used to have a teacher. He was like an FFA Spanish teacher, and he was talking about how he used to teach like the courses so that you could break horses so they could do the dance kind of thing, like the mariachi type horse dancing type thing.
Oh, okay.
And he's been a teacher I graduated in 2006, but he like was a teacher for 20 or 30 years. And he's like, yeah, sometime around 1992, just kids weren't interested in it anymore. They didn't want to take the class. They barely want to do mariachi stuff and things like that. Like, it's just the times, it happens kind of deal. And I feel like that's kind of a little bit of what happened here, but it also is just kind of like, yeah, you're not supposed to melt down like this. You brought up Fiesta. Fiesta is probably one of the coolest actual cultural things you can do in this area. I do feel like a lot of Austin has been bled dry a little bit. Like, if you go to ACL, it's like, could be any other music festival.
Yeah,
could be
100%.
Bumper Shoot, could be Lollapalooza. They're all kind of the same at this point.
Yeah, they've all kind of just melded into this kind of just like amalgamation of just like repeat artists, repeat mainstays, you know, repeat styles. We're all just, you know, getting the super huge big title names, or like the real like up and comers who are like signing contracts with the Illuminati and they're gonna be like billionaires in a year or some shit or whatever. But it's also a joke. I saw Sammy. Like, no, but that's like, you know, it's that's the reality of all these like music venues nowadays, and they don't bring in like the old concept of, you know, what South by Southwest was supposed to be, which was, you know, bring in different styles of music. Now we just got one kind of style. It's your standard, you know, kind of big swath of rock, and then your hip hop and pop.
With that said, you know, a thing about like festivals and stuff, I really didn't go to a lot of festivals, you know, growing up. And you can catch me at ACL watching Dua Lipa and Lollapalooza watching Stray Kids, only from Korea. So I'm the future, is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, anyway. No, well,
And I
Fiesta-
definitely wouldn't react to this guy, because fuck this guy.
Well, Fiesta is. We've actually only gone for the Taco Festival as a group, kind of thing. We went
what?
Like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
That's right. That was before COVID.
Yeah.
yeah. We went before COVID. We went to a taco festival. That was part of Fiesta. They also do like an oyster bake. Like, food wise, Music wise, there is fun things to have there. Well, this guy kind of just freaked out at the festival. It probably doesn't help that he's basically Selena. Well, he is not basically. He is Selena's brother.
Fuck this
Hey,
dude.
that's just not acceptable, man. We work too damn hard. I've been doing these damn fiestas with Selena since 1990. Throw it away, man. So, we're good? Can we continue with the show?
Change it up. Let's make a little love song, maybe.
A little love song for all the girls out.
So he just freaks out in the middle of his set, gets mad that people aren't paying attention, people aren't moving, people aren't dancing at his thing. But it's also kind of like there's other acts, other stories I saw that were just kind of like, well, yeah, these bands had no problem getting people to dance and shake their butt. Maybe the problem is you, bro.
Yeah.
And you feeling that you're entitled to the
100%.
audience to react the way you want to react.
Yeah. I've only seen so much of this. A fellow kind of like mutual colleague of ours, Chancla Academy, did like a real big,
Music
discussion.
discussion.
Well, discussion about this incident because he was at Fiesta and whatnot. I had a little bit more information on it, but from not just him, but also other friends who I know that live in San Antonio. Apparently, AB also struggles with like
Bipolar disorder. I didn't know
living
that.
in his sister's shadow.
but some kind of
Living in the ever casted shadow of his immortal sister. Come on, man. That's part of it. You can't avoid
all right.
that.
No, you can,
And also, real
True.
quick, that is the guy from Cumbia Kings. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes. So true. At the same time, bipolar disorder, but apparently like drug or like substance abuse. So the word is, and what's kind of gotten around was that he was potentially on like a mix of like a lot of fucking booze and then also coked up in the backstage. And so that's what kind of led to this.
Kiss never did this shit, and that's all they'd had.
True.
Gene
but
Simmons, you think Gene Simmons is a mentally healthy guy?
no,
anyway?
100% not. But at the same time, we're in a very different generation where Kiss, I guarantee, at some points, certain concerts, they just like stopped and he just ranted for maybe a little bit, and people were still like, yeah, fuck yeah, because that's rock,
Right.
Nowadays, it's like, okay, we're very much so like aware of mental health. Even those who like are still like, oh, you know what, you're fucking like pussy if you don't want to be, or if you have mental issues. Even they will still acknowledge that like there's a mental thing that goes on. So we're in a different time now where you can see these things and you can attribute that to mental illness and that person's having a breakdown or on a substance that is making them act out a certain way. I don't use any of that to like excuse what he did. I think he's still kind of a punk ass at this point, and I think like the reality is I think his time is up musically and kind of just like performance wise.
He had more time? He's been done in 2009.
I know, but I'm just kind of like, at this point, like, if you want to give him the last few years, fine. But we really just need to, like, say, okay, yeah, dude's career is kind of done now.
Well, I mean, it's weird because there is a lot of, like, resurgence for mariachi type culture in a way.
Oh, yeah,
like
absolutely.
Lamb of God at the Six Sad World Las Vegas brought out a mariachi band to welcome on stage last week, I think. Oh, you didn't see the clip?
I don't know who the...
Lamb of God is a heavy metal band,
Right.
I love shit like that. Bro, so for my 26th birthday, 26, I think, I have always told my wife, and I've always told all my friends who like do concerts and whatnot, there's 2 concerts that I would want to go to for like my lifetime. One of them I'll never be able to do because half of the rap group is passed away now. UGK, RIP Pimp C. And then Tigres del Norte. And so for my 26th birthday, my wife got us tickets to their San Antonio show. So we went to San Antonio. They like showed up, did the whole fucking 9. But right as they're coming on stage for their portion of like the performance, they like show up and then just fucking like some dude just starts ripping heavy like bass, and I forget what like Metallica's big is it Sandman?
Yeah.
Sandman. So they start playing Sandman. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's fucking their bassist Roberto, who was in town with Metallica, and they were just like, hey, compa, you want to just come and play a fucking like set with us? And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah. So there's this dude in a fucking leather shirt or leather fucking vest, no shirt, long hair, big ass fucking mean bass, and they just do Tejano style Sandman. And I'm just like, that is like the greatest fucking like thing I could have ever asked for. And yeah, you know, like that was it. But that was now 6 years ago. And since then, I've seen and heard more Tejano, like norteño kind of style music popping up in some of these kind of like smaller venues. But I do agree. I think there is like some kind of resurgence with.
Well, I mean, even if you just go to like by the Billboard charts, Beso Pluma is playing like a 100%. Version of it that is hitting with people kind of thing.
Well, and then Snoop Dogg signed the first mariachi, black mariachi singer to his label.
Why the fuck not?
Compa Negro, I think is what his name is. Yeah, something like that. But he has like a couple songs that are already, I think, in Mexico's top 100, something like that, or Latino top 100. I don't know, but yeah, no, man. There's a place for it, and I think with social media and with the digital era and like music being able to expand across, you know, platforms, we're gonna see it a little bit more.
Los Tucanes de Tijuana, that's who it was.
That's fucking sick. That's fucking sick, dude. That's clean. I like that.
I think where Sean agrees with you.
3, 4.
That's sick. literally what he said. That's sick.
Well, I do have a little bit of a fun transition from Fiesta to where our main topic here tonight.
Before we move on, I just want to say, if you guys aren't fucking subscribing to the Mexcellence, you all fucking suck. You guys need to get better at listening to fucking. No, I was gonna go on my own AB Quintanilla rant where I was entitled.
Like, where is this going?
Where I was entitled.
Sammy.
I had to explain it to you guys.
Sammy's only got 2 beers in him. Somebody stop him.
That kind of is kind of a crucifixion of me because you guys thought I was serious. You guys thought I was about to AB Quintanilla and it sounded in character, which is not a fun time.
I feel like I would have figured it out real quick, but I was like,
all right, you sons of bitches, put your hands in the air and hit that subscribe button. All right. I don't know. Why am I a 90s MC? Put your hands in the air.
He's off his bipolar medicine, folks. He'll be
Shut
fine.
the fuck up.
That's what AB blamed it on.
I thought she said I was on bipolar medicine.
No, I was making another AB reference.
Our references are off, and we're all 2 beers in.
I am
You're half
one
a
ranch
ranch
water in.
Yeah, you have a blood alcohol level of like 0.2 at the base. Like your whole. I don't know if that's high or not, but
that's a
like,
lot.
Is it 0.02? There you go.
0.02 or.
Whichever one is slightly drunk and not blacked out. I don't know point percentages with alcohol.
I try
Sam
to keep
Sam never gets fucking pulled over, and none of you should get pulled over. Fucking use Uber, guys.
Yeah.
Or be like me and just wait till 4 a.m. and then drunk drive. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. That was one time many years ago past statute of limitations.
Well, I was
dumber and younger.
Yeah, we've all done dumb things. I was pretty lucky that I just had great friends. One of us drove us home.
They were drunk, but at least it wasn't him doing it.
It's true.
No, I've driven people home too. It's just a matter of
drunk driver.
No. There was always just somebody that sobered up.
Subscribed out of pure fear. That's not even the angry voice.
Well, you brought up Chancla Academy. I didn't even know Thunder Rosa was a mariachi singer.
Yes, bro. Yes. It's so fucking sick. It's badass.
So for those that don't know, Thunder Rosa is she represents San Antonio. She actually has a local wrestling circuit here, and this is normally what she looks like.
Like a pimp.
She does have some pretty badass entrances in AEW, but she wears like
Is she still wrestling?
Muertes. Yeah,
Or
no, she wrestled for the championship last month.
Damn.
Did she win the championship?
No,
Boo! You let us down.
She was champ for how long?
like
Like a while, right?
7 or 8
I
months.
don't think she
What?
lost.
She didn't lose.
Yeah.
She got hurt, right?
She got hurt.
Okay.
And she had to vacate the title.
Well, this is her singing just one of her tracks, and she actually had Chancla Academy on.
Get the fuck out.
This is actually from Chancla Academy. He's playing like the shitty boyfriend.
Yes! I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less. Fuck yeah,
What
bro.
happened to Sexy Star broke someone's arm, and we don't talk about her no more.
Oh.
Unless
I don't
I'm
know
getting
who that
her
is.
confused with another star, but I believe that was Sexy Star.
Sexy Star. I assume she's one of the girls in a mask that I've actually seen wrestle. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her wrestle.
Interesting.
If it's the same luchador I'm thinking of, she basically broke someone's arm on purpose.
There's a second one now.
Oh, there's a second one. All right.
Sexy Star Too Thick, where Sean says.
Well, I actually had a lot of fun researching this topic because
Thick Latina wrestlers? I bet you did,
I
buddy.
could have a lot of fun with that one too. But no,
Wait, that's research? I thought it was just a Thursday night.
this
That's
is
what I
Thursday
do.
night.
That's what I do after every time you guys leave. It's all right. Sexy, thick wrestler Latinas.
Fair.
Shiny silver pants.
Well, now I know Jessica's
HTML.
not listening today. No, I'm playing.
What do you think I bought her for Halloween next? Okay. She's gonna be El Santo.
I thought you were still trying to convince her to be Rogue.
That was a joke, first of all, that you guys made up on her behalf. You were like, "Do the voice, babe. Call me sugar." I gotta get you an extra short jacket that only goes up to your top of your ribs.
But the story
So
of
stupid.
Mexican American wrestling, lucha libre, everything is super interesting because I thought it goes back. In some ways, it goes back longer than you thought, and in some place, not as long as you thought, kind of deal. And there's so many little interesting components. But before we get into me reading a history book at you guys, kind of thing, I just thought it was interesting because everyone kind of loves wrestling. I have hoity-toity cousins that live in fucking Lufkin and Dallas type area. I have ghetto as shit cousins that lived down in the valley. The only thing that they can agree on is, hey, what happened on Raw this past fucking week?
It's so weird because my nieces and nephews are, or rather the babies, the under 5-year-olds are into wrestling. Like the little 2-year-olds, like Cody Rhodes, and I'm like, what? Did it skip a generation? Because I was into wrestling as a kid. Then my sister's oldest kid had a small wrestling phase, but then they went on because they had the MCU. But then like these little ones, they're like wrestling. I don't know if it's because their dad watches wrestling or my brother-in-law, but like they want championship belts for their birthday. That's
dope.
what they want. And I got to make a pink championship belt because the little girl wants a pink championship belt.
You can just buy one.
No, they don't make them. You have to buy the white one and then dye them probably. Show me where I can buy a pink wrestling belt.
MakeYourOwnBelts.com.
This is also for a child, like a baby child. They don't deserve
Make them small.
They don't deserve a $50. If you can't hit somebody with it. No, I want the belt to be pink, not have pink on it.
Oh, I was like, this.
No. See, no, she'll get mad.
This doesn't count?
And she's not a diva. She's a 2-year-old child.
Yeah, that's also true. Thank God they got rid of divas.
Right?
Well, they don't have any pink belts now, really.
That's what I'm saying. It's the white belt that you got to make pink. I looked into it because I'm a good uncle.
Abadab says probably Etsy. But anyway.
Oh, that's true.
I paid $35 for shipping. Fuck Etsy.
Yeah, but Etsy, at least, like, most of the shit is, like, pretty solid. I've not had but one time.
I got
had-
defrauded on Etsy, so I'm not a fan of Etsy.
I had one issue with Etsy, and it was that I bought a ring, and I got the ring, and the ring, it wasn't that it wasn't as advertised, but I guess it was a different metal.
So it turned your skin pink?
No, because it was nickel, I think, or something like that. And so I was wearing it, and it broke. And I was like, "Hey, yo, this is like fucked. What happened?" And they were like, "Sorry, we will make you a new one out of pure 0.925 silver." And
Damn.
so it literally weighs like half a pound, and no charge. They just gave me a fucking brand new ring. I was
The
like,
gift for selling nickel ass fucking rings.
I think it was also my fault. I think I missed a like option, but yeah, that was cool. I was like, it's one of my favorite rings now. I'm like,
Are you wearing it?
no,
It's on his broken hand. But also in general, wrestling has seen a little bit of a resurgence because for the longest time it's just been WWE for about 15 years, roughly.
pretty much.
And then AEW showed up, got a little bit of a jump in people's veins. WWE fired back by having the biggest couple of run in like 5 months, where they even brought The Rock back. And people that have the what?
And Fire and Vince.
And fired Vince. So people that do not give a fuck about wrestling or haven't in like 10, 15 years are like, wait, The Rock is back? And we're tuning in. Literally, they have the highest ratings they've had probably since the Attitude Era, honestly.
And the internet didn't exist back then.
And the internet
Not
didn't
like it did.
exist.
Not like it does now, anyway.
Well, that probably helped them because there's less people on the internet because they were...
That's what I'm saying. Back then, there was no internet. So what do? Watch the news or wrestling? It's like, okay, let's watch wrestling. Now it's like you can watch
Attitude
YouTube.
Era was just like, it was just punk enough and like crazy enough to make it fun, but you also still like was just kind of watching it as like this soap opera. Just
Well, you
played
thought
out.
you were getting away with something when you were a kid because you'd watch and they'd bring up puppies and you're like, ooh, or you'd see blood and you're like,
Yeah.
blood? They're hurting each other for real. Everything's real that I see, and that's titillating for a child, right? I don't know if that's the right word for a child.
I mean,
To take it back to like the whole internet thing, it was during the like beginnings of the internet. So there were forums and stuff, and that's when you saw the rise of what wrestlers call the smarks or the smart mark. So people were already invested in the soap opera, like what you see on TV aspect of it, and then there was also this niche community online that was like, oh, this happened because so and so got injured, so they need to take the belt away from him, or blah 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 blah.
Also, you wearing that mask and talking directly at me is a little weird. Because, like, I know it's JJ, but
Do
I
you
don't
want
see...
me to do the accent?
I don't
the
see...
entire
But no, I don't see JJ. I see
Bato
some...
incognito? Yes, I know. I am Bato incognito.
I should start wearing a wrestler. That should be my thing now.
so I've dragged him to wrestling. JJ has seen wrestling on his own. Have you ever been to a wrestling
I've
event?
never been to a wrestling event, but growing up, I was like, my brother and I were heavily into wrestling all the way till
You grew up?
well,
Sorry, I have to get that jab in.
actually, all the way until my junior year when I started like competing in wrestling, and then I was like, not only do I not have enough time, but also like that's stupid because that's like.
But that I will say that is a factor on everything that just doesn't end. Because I left wrestling because I thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
I left South Park because I thought it was dumb. I stopped watching The Simpsons because I thought it was dumb. Just at a certain point, you just fall in all three holes.
Yeah, but then at the same time, what I think grasped my attention to come back and at least watch the first WrestleMania that I've watched since I was a sophomore in high school, was because of I can't for the life of me remember her. It probably just was some like TikTok bite, but it was that you have to watch wrestling, and people who watch wrestling nowadays watch it like you watch your favorite show. You know, you're watching Game of Thrones to see the story develop, and you may or may not know the kind of outcome because there's stereotypes in movies, there's stereotypes in stories, and there's characters that like, oh, that guy's gonna like die, or that guy's gonna be like the comedic relief, or that guy's gonna come in and save the day, etc. And then they said, like, or the clip said, like, the beautiful thing about wrestling is that there's so many times where those stereotypes can break off and become the hero or the villain or the guy who survives in the end and makes it through. And I think one of the like perfect examples was fucking Ron Killings, R-Truth, this who won the tag title in his like first ever WrestleMania, I think either event or win, something like that. And that dude, even post winning the championship, he still is this goofy ass character. He's like supposed to be portraying like moderately schizophrenic, kind of like imaginary friend, kind of whatever gimmick. But he made it to that peak. He was the hero for that day. And I don't know, it's cool. It's you at some point you have to acknowledge that there's some pretty damn good storytelling, especially I think now in this almost resurgence of Attitude Era, where it's being written by the guys who really lived through that primetime Attitude Era. Also, we have to acknowledge the long con that is DX, and the fact that everybody who was in D-Generation X pretty much runs the entire fucking show now at WWE.
This is true. Shawn Michaels is in charge of NXT. Triple H is in charge of basically everything in WWE. And he's the only one that's kind of
Road Dogg
escaping.
was a trainer.
Yeah, Road Dogg's a trainer and like in charge of talent, and then I forgot who else.
Billy Gunn is in AEW,
Okay.
but he was like a trainer for a while.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
Old habits die hard.
It is also like super.
It's really weird for a grown man to do this. When you're 12, it's sick as shit. But
In the right
certain time- in the right
circumstances. I was gonna say
circumstance.
right circumstances, like
what's a circumstance you could tell someone to suck it via DX style?
No, not
in
suck
adult
it.
life.
No, you just
No, you got to go like, all right, I just won this beer pong thing. Like,
or I just
That's
like
lame. That's
come in from
lame.
the other room at the distillery and be like, "Yo, Derek, bam," and then just fucking turn and go away. And
Though it is
"That was
funny
perfect."
because
Like,
Sam doesn't watch modern wrestling, like in the sense of like watch the pay-per-view in the last 2 or 3 months. It's gotten smaller. Like Suck It used to be like all the way over here, and now it's just like
it's like,
oh,
yeah.
it's a pistol now.
Yeah, well, because I remember even like in like the create your own player video games, like they had like 6 versions of it. They had the like charge, or like, and then fucking boom. Then they had like the Triple H one where he was like this, and then he'd go boom, and then the Shawn Michaels was like, and then they had the pistol, or like I guess the pistol one, the quick one, where it was like just quick, just.
so you would do that before stun. You go, stunner or
That's
whatever.
true.
Or yeah, that was.
I was about to say that was not done during a stunner.
No, but
Stone
a
Cold is-
stunner-like move where it's
okay.
a quick hit, where it's like, boom, get one in, whatever the fuck they do.
Also-
That's my big problem with wrestling, why I can't get back into it. The heroes suck, because the heroes are still the heroes from when I was a kid, and there's no new heroes.
That's not true at
that's
all.
Cody
not
Rhodes
true.
can't stand on the ground that half fucking mankind could stand on. Cody Rhodes can suck.
Well, that's you
my
being
balls.
nostalgic.
I
No,
think
but not even that. Like, okay, our truth.
Well, our
The
truth is-
cereal guys, the guys who have the cereal, the Bootios.
Well, those guys
are
are.
all the-
Those guys are whimsical.
Good riddance.
Who else?
Sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
I love them individually.
No, I'm literally listing off the ones I know. Okay, you got Roman Reigns. Sure.
Roman Reigns, you have to respect as one of the
The other Polynesian
greatest
guys,
storylines.
all of the Rock's cousins, whoever they are. I'm literally trying to think of all the wrestlers I know of. Like, seriously, there's Sheamus. I don't know if he still exists.
You're actually still
he
naming
just
people
came
from 10 years ago.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Who are the new people? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair, but at the same time, you got to think about.
Swerve Strickland is new.
Who the fuck is Swerve Strickland?
You got to watch new. I don't know what it's.
But like The Rock was The Rock outside of wrestling.
He was not The Rock outside of wrestling for a long time.
Yeah,
He did the Scorpion King, and people laughed at him, but they knew who he was.
He forced people to change his name back to like Dwayne. Like outside of wrestling, he was like, "I'm Dwayne Johnson."
People
Well, that
over.
was Vince. That was Vince.
I was about to say,
Like, we own
people
The Rock.
kind of over glamorized The Rock's trajectory because his first like 8 movies sucked, and I had to defend the game plan for years.
I literally said he sucked as the Scorpion King, and everyone laughed at him.
No, but he sucked past the Scorpion King.
He was good in Green Iron Man.
That's
where he played The Rock, where he played Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Which was hilarious because if you look at the post credit or like the credits and whatnot, and you see the actual pictures of all the guys, all the characters and all the actors actually like were pretty well like hired and
Cast,
like
right.
cast and whatnot. And then you look at the guy who was the coach, he's this like fucking fat, overweight, scruffy, like definitely played O-line at some time in his life, like white guy. And I'm like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is not white. First of all, doesn't look anything like him. Is bald and is cut to shit. And then you look at this like the side by side. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Ryan Gosling could play me tomorrow. All right, in the story of my life, and
you wouldn't care that a white guy is playing him excellence.
Great.
They didn't care. A black guy was a white guy who was a fat guy at Gridiron Gang. If it's okay with them, I'll get funding
Also,
for it.
I think The Rock leans more to his Samoan side than. I mean, he is a.
That's still very not white.
Dude, there's a picture of the coach.
100%.
There's a picture of the coach next to The Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly my fucking point.
Me and Ryan Gosling. It's fine. It's about the same.
Yeah, there you go. So bingo. My point exactly.
The point is, nobody's got the sauce. Cody Rhodes is the only one that has the sauce.
It's not about
I wanted
that
Chadwick
kind of
Boseman
thing.
It is about that kind of thing.
In my story,
there's fucking Avengers they got to fight against, and John Wick, and other things in other media.
To have the sauce if you're not watching the program,
Right? But the thing is that. No, you have to have the sauce to watch the program.
That's not how it works.
Because if you have the sauce, you're captivating, and if you're captivating, then people will come.
But you have to watch,
right? But
to be captivated.
but the people that do watch, the diehards, need to spread the good word, and they're not very good at it because there's not anybody that's been worthy of being
we
like.
We invite you to our place for every pay-per-view.
to watch Skippy McGee, and I'm like, who the fuck's Skippy McGee? And it's like, oh, he's almost good, and then it's like he never is good.
Literally the last time that you...
Where's Orange Julius at? He doesn't do shit. All he does is his jeans and his pants. He doesn't do anything. He's not done anything.
Orange Cassidy literally is probably one of the people that I bring up whenever it's like, hey, this will get you into wrestling. Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is also probably just somebody that you probably should see in general because he does have the sauce and is amazing.
But where is he?
Badass.
Where is he in other things? And it's a multimedia game. Where is he bringing the audiences and the crowds of non-wrestling fans? The crossover
Here's
appeal.
the thing, though.
But talk about the greatness of Selena. Yeah. And that's the crossover appeal. But no wrestler has got the crossover appeal as it is. Like 5 of them do. 4 of them. Maybe 3. Possibly 2. It's probably only Cody Rhodes. It's probably only Cody Rhodes.
No.
That has the crossover Wheaties cover fucking look.
Let's take a
style.
Let's take a step back real quick. Just real quick. If you want to say has the juice because they're a multimedia star, that's a thing that gets leveled no matter what field it is. Where, I mean, you literally have today Ice Cube saying that modern rappers are not rappers anymore. They're content creators because they have to create content on 6
Says the fucking "Are we there yet?" guy. Fuck him.
And I'm just saying. Ice Cube.
He made the little kids movies.
Oh yeah.
He has crossover appeal for children, and you know what? That's okay.
He didn't do that until afterwards. And I'm just saying that.
And now he's saying they shouldn't rap beef because it's too dangerous.
Well, I don't know.
Shut up, Ice Cube. Yeah, he said to not do. He's disappointed that they're still doing rap beefs.
But anyway.
But this is okay. All right.
Exactly.
We're not going to tangent off. I'm not going to make this a whole thing. But this is not a rap beef as much as it is just an absolute like
butchering
ass whipping that somebody specifically needed to get put into their place and come back down to reality.
This is a rap carniceria.
But anyway, just to take it back to wrestling.
Yes, stay on track.
If it's he has the beef because he's a multimedia star. No one has been a multimedia star while actively wrestling. Hulk Hogan didn't get his movie roles
100%.
until he was done wrestling.
Yeah.
John Cena's great movie roles didn't happen until he was actively done wrestling. The Rock's best movie roles didn't happen until he was done wrestling. Like
none of these guys, mark my words, 0 of anybody on the current roster is going to have crossover appeal after when they leave. Maybe, like I said, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, he don't got the juice.
But that wasn't a thing until The Rock. The Rock's been the only one.
That was 50 years ago.
What are you talking
So
about?
long
The Rock
ago.
is only like 30, 40 years.
Oh,
of
they said
his-
30 years old. I was like, wait a minute.
No,
No.
off of his like.
Hey, spoiler
his,
alert.
like,
The
big
Scorpion
prime
King was
time
2004 or some shit.
stuff. Yeah, that's
That's
still
been plenty of time.
that's 20 years, and he still is
The
big
only
time.
one, yeah.
like
John
he's
Cena.
John. Okay, so
Wait,
here's
wait,
the thing. I do respect John Cena's like attempts
And
and what he's
Batista.
done now. Yeah, but they are
all
all
way
in the
after he's
shadow of The Rock. Here's the thing. So John Cena, you have to look at some of his interviews, especially in recent years, because he has blatantly said while he was at WWE, he called out in plenty of times. He called out The Rock saying, if you gave a shit about the WWE, you would be here.
Right.
Well, then The Rock came back. They had a little squabble. They had their thing, whatever. Then John Cena went out and tried to do what The Rock was doing and was still saying, I love the WWE. And then had the fucking switch flipped and said, oh, shit, this is what The Rock was doing. I'm now in his place, and I now understand why you cannot do what The Rock is doing and be in the WWE continuously, because it's inhumane. It's impossible. You cannot focus at the art that you are doing in acting, in modeling, in social media, whatever the hell it is, and be on tour literally 24/7 with all of these like athletes and all these other like performers going on the road, city to city.
He stopped
and
appearing
perform.
in the reality show too.
What?
The Total Bellas show.
Oh
He was in like the first two seasons,
yeah.
and then he stopped appearing.
Well, no, but
It's like, I
the
can't do
recipe,
both.
the recipe is there. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry.
Shut the fuck up.
There's a topic we're supposed to be talking about. What are we talking about? I was just not baiting, but rather I was just saying why I can't get into this modern iteration. And there's nothing that screams at me like someone saying, "Hey, watch The Bear. Hey, watch X-Men 97." And then they go, "Hey, watch wrestling." And I go, "Why?" And then they just like, and then it's just noise because I don't know what's going on. And there's nobody that you can look to and be like, that is a spectacle of speech, action,
Christian
etc.
versus
Like that guy.
Christian versus Swerve Strickland right now. Pay-per-view is in 3 weeks.
Well, that guy who fell through the glass, like that was captivating. But apparently that guy is just an asshole who does crazy shit like that.
Oh,
but
so
that was wonderful.
So you just want more Darby Allin? That's fine. We can do it. Darby Allin's still there.
No, but like Darby Allin, but like that also does other thing good. That's not just crash through glass.
He was a pro skater.
He's a pro skater and kind of a jackass guy too. And also,
These
it's
are all
also.
old does he also do flash videos? What are these old dying forms that they're attaching?
I mean,
themselves
if you
to?
want to talk about new, like, I hate to do this, but I mean, first of all, I don't care about mainstream appeal. I care about, are they good at their specific art form to begin with?
Zinger, bro. I mean, the reality
But when it comes
is,
to like, if it's mainstream appeal, Logan Paul is the best wrestler because he is multifaceted in every kind of factor.
if your facet is videotaping dead Japanese men, but at the same time,
That was like 5 years ago.
that's unforgivable.
it's pretty
unforgivable.
It's unforgivable.
You fuckers can forget. I can't.
First of
no,
all, no,
100%.
I don't forget. I hate Logan Paul.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying the fuckers.
No,
should
but
do.
you're saying that
You're not
want
a fucker.
somebody that is multifaceted. He literally has an energy drink that he's being sued at because it apparently puts microplastics in your brain.
At least beats the brain amoebas. The RFK brain amoeba worm that ate a piece of his brain and died. I'd rather have that in my prime.
Chris Jericho, musician. His concert
Trump
checks are pretty
supporter.
bad. He's not a Trump supporter.
Piece
His
of
wife
shit.
is. He's Canadian. He can't vote.
That's fair. He can still
he a
spew
Trump
nonsense.
supporter?
He was
His wife
weird.
is.
Oh.
He's also a weirdo.
But I mean,
He's one of them
there's
Joe
also
Rogan.
a lot of
I'm
these,
on the middle.
There's also a lot of these wrestlers in general, like that have video game streams on the side, and they're pretty good at it.
Yeah, but T-Pain is okay. I don't know.
No, I mean, I here's the thing. I will give you this point, and I do agree that if you don't have, quite honestly, somebody holding your hand to give you some kind of lay of the land, it's extremely difficult to just jump into it because Whereas, like shows, there is a new season, there's a new like series, there's a new offshoot, there's a new something.
Sorry, we all looked at
I
the
know,
chat.
we all just like,
I just
what the
noticed
hell?
why your shirt back. Whose shirt is backwards?
Is my shirt backwards?
shirt's not backwards.
That's not backwards.
I'm wearing a collar.
Backwards.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, but
Is he wearing it?
But everything is that dense. I mean, like with the exception of like what Sam named that he's loving right now, The Bear's only 2 seasons. X-Men '97 is only 1 season.
technically, but yes.
It's easier to get into.
But
than all those.
I say so. The way I see like the wrestling community and the way they view the shows essentially is the same way that I see and view people who watch and are diehard about Doctor Who, because there is no damn fucking way that you watched all the way from the beginning. You started somewhere, which is totally fine, and you've carried on since then. Or you just started, you enjoyed a little bit of it, and you're interested in this whole mythos, and instead of watching, you're doing research, etc., etc. But that's kind of how my brother and I jumped into it. We saw something cool, we, did research, we looked things up, and we, learned the mythos, and we kept on following. And I wouldn't...
It's a dense thing.
Yeah,
It is.
it's a dense thing, but I do, like I said, want to give Sammy that credit. Like,
Well, I
it.
just wish that something that I was into once before, real good, I could get back into, and I wonder why that is, and that's what I'm blaming is the people in the roles. I mean, because like none of them, they all seem either derivative of something that is reminiscent of something of me. Nothing's wholly original, and I don't know if it's because I'm old and nothing's original anymore because I've seen so much stuff, or if they are hamstringed by the creative control, or they can't do anything crazy or edgy or anything like that.
In the
Like,
case of WWE, up until recently, yes, that.
okay, yeah, see what I'm
they
saying.
were being hamstringed by Vince.
yeah. So I to bounce off of what JJ is saying, I think if there's a time to get back into it, it is now, because they've gone back from what was it, PG-13 to just PG or
It was
PG-18, right?
Yeah, it was PG, and now they're going back to like TV-14 or.
Okay, so they're lack of a better term, they're kind of reverting back to the same age rating that the Attitude Era was. So they're allowing for a little bit more freedom. They're allowing for a little bit more kind of just edginess. They're allowing for certain kind of aspects and words and, relative violence to come back into everything. And it's making things exciting.
On top of that, they're allowing the wrestlers to just be themselves.
Also true.
Because under Vince, Triple H used to be in charge of NXT. That was his baby. He ran the whole thing. Under Triple H, you went to NXT, you developed your character, you got some experience under a crowd, on TV, on camera, on mic. You got all that experience, and then eventually you'd get pushed to the main roster. You'd be on Raw or you'd be on SmackDown. But once you got to the main roster, Vince would look at you and be like, who are you supposed to be? No, I don't like that. Here, put this mask on and completely change your character. So you killed whatever momentum that wrestler had going in, and now they not only can't build off of the foundation they had, they are constantly being like micromanaged by Vince and by the other promoters, being like, no, you have to say it like this, do it like this, do it like this, scripted promos and stuff like that. Now under Triple H and under Shawn, it seems like the wrestlers are having that freedom to just be themselves, which is what helped the Attitude Era boom.
Well, we're not here to just talk about American wrestling. That's not the fun part of this podcast.
Shit.
back the accent?
I was saying, because that shit sucks. Okay, point sustained. I'm kidding. I don't care at all.
It's just funny that let's just take a step back from everything about watching modern WWE, watching anything like that. when it comes to what you think of when you think of like Mexican male athletes, lucha libre is one of the first things that's going to come to mind. And I mean, I'm not even going to base it on my own experience, on anybody's own experience. I'm just going to base it on Japan just being like, I know shit about Mexico, but I'm going to create fighting game characters, and they just instinctively always make luchadors kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's so
My mind always goes to that picture of El Santo absolutely starching fucking Frankenstein.
we will get to it. We will get to El Santo.
Holy
El
shit.
Santo contra los monstruos.
But
I'm aware of, my big one was Mil Máscaras.
Mil máscaras.
we'll get to all that as well. But it is really funny because it's so intertwined with wrestling and lucha libre. I didn't even know who the first lucha libre star. Where did it come from? Did Mexico and the Aztecs have some sort of fighting style that involved drop kicks or some shit like that? Like, I actually didn't know. I mean, do you know? You're a
I know that there is very specific style that I think is only practiced within like tribal communities that is currently named essentially like Aztec wrestling. And it is like kind of scrappy. It uses a lot of different styles that are like resembling jujitsu, resembling wrestling, resembling kind of like almost capoeira, like, you know, freestyling. But I have never seen it. I've never practiced it. I'd love to learn it, but that's as much as I know.
Well, here's what I found out. That this is the most más o menos Mexicanos topic that we could probably ever do, is what I found out. That it's just like, you think some things are inherently Mexican, but it's all a mix kind of thing. And there's a group of, because we're
Like
kind
chamoy.
of, yeah. We are kind of divorced from our own culture in a way, where it's just, that's what happened with colonization and things like that. And so we create new elements of culture all the fucking time. And that's exactly what we did with this. And so when it came to wrestling, if you go back way back into the 1800s, I mean, I had to do a little bit of research to wrestling in general. I don't know how tied it was to the carnival scene, where the carnival was literally, it would come into town, and it wasn't like a hokey place to buy fucking funnel cakes. It was like, you wore your nice shirt to the fucking carnival once upon a time.
And there would be a barker on stage saying like, come on, who is strong enough to face 3 minutes with our champion?
And that's how
Like
you make
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Damn it.
3 minutes of playtime.
So the fun part and where it became a work is that like if they went to a town that was pretty dead, where like not a lot of takers, not a lot of challengers, because it's still a show for the people that are going,
Right.
even if no. So they would get 2 wrestlers, and one would be in the audience posing as a local. And that's where the fix was in.
Who the
right?
fuck
Like,
is that
the local
guy?
would come in and be like, I'll take
true.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This small town of 50 people, some big ass dude. I'll do it. Who the fuck is this? Jeremy?
Well,
that's not Jeremy.
You're 100% right. All of you guys are 100% right. And it was just kind of one of those things where the only thing that I've seen like it in all of Hollywood is actually Jet Li's movie Fearless, where he's fighting like a famous fighter kind of thing. Like he rode in on the carnival kind of thing. Jet Li fights him, and they wrestle back and forth because it was legitimate wrestling. They didn't find out to fake it for a little bit. It was who's the best Greco-Roman wrestler kind of thing. And so the first luchador that history finds, or the first Mexican wrestler, is actually this dude called Enrique Urtecha. I'd never heard of him before.
Look at the chair. What the fuck?
And I was like, damn, like that dude, like, looks beautiful. Like,
That is a handsome man.
that is a handsome
what
man.
was it, 19?
Yeah, man.
What,
Holy
18?
shit.
19?
1800.
18 what?
18 and that dude's that ripped?
Yeah. Motherfucker looks modern.
I was gonna
modern
say
as-
that's like modern era. Like,
Isn't that, wasn't that fucking Ryan Garcia?
Sandel the strongman was sort of like the first dude that was like cut.
Yeah.
Like a modern guy.
So this dude saw a guy named Romulus. He was a local wrestler from the United States. And then he was like, I'm going to be like that guy. And he literally went across the world as the strongest man from Mexico. And
He's a goddamn Street Fighter character.
yes.
Japan. Dun, 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 dun.
And he actually fought his hero at some point. He got to fight Romulus twice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like he lived to fight his legend.
Interesting. Wow. Did he win?
He won one of them. Yes.
Okay, 1-1. Hey, baby. We'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. Like a soccer game. Fuck yeah. Draw.
And like I said, I had never heard of this guy, and he was so when it came to the Mexican audience, they liked lighter. They didn't like heavyweights. They liked light heavyweight or medium weight, which explains why we love. Yeah, we like lucha libre. We love cruiserweights. We like people that can bounce around and move, kind of thing. Psychosis.
Damn. Holy shit. Yeah.
But after Enrique, because like I said, this would always roll into town. It was just kind of like a way to raise money or entertain people. I didn't know that wrestling really started taking off in Mexico during the Mexican Civil War.
Wow. Interesting. Whoa.
It was a way for like the Zapatistas to raise money. They would go and host local lucha libre wrestling events and raise money to fund the war.
Bro, that's why they liked high flyers. There was just a whole bunch of short little natives just flying around. Oh, it's wild.
We found this guy from the jungle,
Bro,
and
what
this
the
motherfucker can fly.
Wow.
He falls from a tree, and it
That's-
doesn't hurt him.
Also fucking amazing. I had no fucking clue.
Neither did I.
Holy shit.
And so it just goes into this whole thing where it's taking off locally. And then
Why can't we fund wars that way? Sorry. I was like, we're over here stealing our taxes. No.
for
If
real.
the military wants $5 billion, they better put on some lucha libre shit. Got U.S. government funded lucha libre. Shit.
I'm just gonna say Bandito.
Yeah.
What's your favorite mask design by a luchador?
Oh, it's Bandito for sure.
Bandito. Oh, he's kind of new.
Okay.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Damn. That's fucking sick.
He's just injured right now, but he's also signed to AEW.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, AEW has a really good lucha libre base right now. They actually have a Forbidden Door that's about to happen with CMLL, so that's also pretty dope. But so it's growing regionally because of the whole Civil War, because there's a whole bunch of people that fucking are getting good at it, like, and developing their own style. And so in 1933,
Damn. 1970, 1922, 1841, okay, 1933.
1933,
Roosh has a good one too. Yeah.
Salvador Lutheroth is the first dude that creates the first Mexican Wrestling Federation. Like, he's basically Vince McMahon without any of the creepy shit, and just kind of like, I want to celebrate Mexico. I want to make put lucha libre in the best place it could possibly fucking be.
Eastern European?
I didn't look up what
Okay.
kind of person Lutheroth.
Like very,
Yeah, that sounds like a guy who's like, I'm going to make a lot of money with these Mexicans.
Yeah.
Well, not with a first name named Salvador. He's probably definitely fucking.
I'm going to make a lot of money with these Mexicans. Speaking of Italians,
Yeah.
Salvatore, I don't know fucking know. What's the last name?
That's also granted. They were also at the kind of time
That guy is aggressively
history
a
where,
World
like-
War II veteran.
you could just change your name pretty easily.
That's true.
Lutheroth. Ponderer?
It was very easy
promoter.
to fake your death
Yeah.
back then.
Also,
Sorry, I thought his profession was ponderer.
Salvador Luteroth.
Lutheroth.
Well, I mean, Germans are also in Mexico. That's why we have so many boss.
They're from
100%,
They're in
yeah.
Argentina, and they no, that's different. That's earlier.
That's
That's
different
before.
German.
That's before.
Different Germans.
That's what I'm saying.
Later.
It was before. It was later. Yeah, it was later. That joke doesn't work.
Later.
That's a different timeline.
But
Bunch of twins.
he started Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre, is what he started, which would eventually change in the 1950s to CMLL, which is today. It still exists today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's just kind of one of those things that is just kind of like, damn. And nothing about this is super long ago. I know who none of these people are. And I'm a big fucking wrestling nerd
Yeah.
on top of it.
So just remember, folks, you will be forgotten despite all your achievements.
Well,
Unless you have a podcast where we bring you up.
or Mexicans support other Mexicans. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
was
doing
gonna
right
say,
now.
or you're just like in those circles. But even
Your children
then,
will forget you.
well, even then, I was gonna say because like I'm pretty well learned on Mexican Civil War.
Yeah.
No fucking clue about this shit.
Well, I was telling JJ on the way here that I'm like, bro, everything about this was just like a series of lucky events that I'm just like,
If any one of these pins falls,
Lucha Libre shouldn't exist. Like
Pinfall.
that's what I did there.
But like Enrique watching Romulus randomly, this dude. So the guy in Salvador that started the Wrestling Federation, he started it, not sure what to do with it. Won the Mexican lottery in 1934.
You actually meant it was this random luck of events.
Yeah.
Where he won the actual lottery.
Holy shit!
Won 40,000 in pesos that he just invested right into the company to help blow it up.
So that's why you give the Mexicans $40,000, and I will make the greatest Mexican fighting league you will ever see.
Fair.
All I need is 40,000, guys. That's all.
In pesos.
I'll take it in pesos. I'll take it in pesos. Hold on.
No,
40,000 pesos to US dollars.
you don't want to know that.
No, it's $40,000 to
Like,
pesos. That's what you want.
That would be more. It'd be the same.
No, what? No,
Wait, 40,000 pesos is only $2,000. I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'll take $2,380. Shit.
Sure.
I'll take $2,000. If you guys give me $2,000, I'll make the best wrestling promotion you'll ever see in your
it's
life.
just gonna be me and Edward.
Yeah, but you guys will get really hurt. I will tell you.
Edward's already really hurt.
That puts
Yeah,
you at
he
an
does.
advantage.
Yeah, he does not need knees, actually.
Yeah, what do you guys need knee cartilage for? You guys podcast.
I said Edward doesn't have knees.
Oh, no, JJ won't by the end of the match. That's a promise. Only at Let's Wrestling.
So he gets all this money and he starts investing into broadcasting. So people all over Mexico are watching his wrestling league.
I fucking hate history. It's like, oh yeah.
Crap,
Also,
he
we're
really is Vince.
yeah. No, but history is just like, oh yeah, and there's this newfangled thing called television that just so happens to be coming out. One of the greatest modern marvels, and you just won the lottery, so you have the
Mexico
means to
invented the
do
color
it.
Television. It was
Huh?
in the 1960s, but that comes later.
No, but still, like, yeah, I'm just saying the idea of like those things lining up is hilarious to me because like we had the internet, but I was like 14 when it came out. I'm like, fuck, I was not a magnate of industry at that point.
Well, it's also just like some of those things where it's like it's people taking advantage of like new things.
That's what I'm saying. I was 14. He was probably
it's
20s with 40,000 pesos in his pocket.
Yeah, but there's also like a kid on
That
Instagram
picture didn't look like he was in a study.
That is him way later. He already changed the Empresa Mexicana
I'm
to
pretty sure he was
CMLL.
born that way. That dude looks like he just looks like that.
That guy was an Oppenheimer, I'm sure.
To a degree, yeah. He
probably.
He was alive during Oppenheimer,
but
probably.
started broadcasting. So when El Santo comes out in 1942, starts giving him his own spotlight, his own movies, his own. He basically
Beats
created.
8 dudes in a row.
What the fuck? Wow.
And then,
Now we can look up the Frankenstein picture.
well, before we get into El Santo, because I thought this part was super interesting, because I had to find out, like, where the fuck do Lucha Libre masks come from? Because I always thought, like every other idiot that doesn't look things up, it was further back than the 1900s. It was like, oh, I'm channeling, like in a dumb Nacho Libre way, I'm channeling my Aztec Eagle ancestors.
Eagle powers.
I'm gonna pull this out of my ass just purely based on the fact that there was a Blue Demon telenovela. Like there was a telenovela based off Blue Demon. And the crux of his problem was that his paramour does not approve of wrestling. So he puts on the mask so that she doesn't recognize him when he's wrestling.
That's not exactly true, and I'm sorry.
Was it Fray Tormenta who was fighting for the orphans?
I just assumed there was some level
That's
of
a real thing.
anonymity, not that like
You are correct,
Yeah,
actually.
no, it's the
Don't make fun of me.
base of
Nacho Libre
Nacho
and
Libre,
King.
Yeah.
yeah.
And King from Tekken.
Well, there's a real wrestler
Oh, okay.
that's also a friar.
That's what I'm saying. Freddy Tormenta.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that's the guy. It's King and Nacho, which is hilarious.
But no, this is also super American. The first guy to ever wear a wrestling mask, and it's dominant and documented. Because there's a story of someone in Portugal doing it, but it's like, I don't know, that's probably made up as fuck. It's a guy named Mort Henderson is the first person to ever wear a wrestling mask.
Bro, that looks like a clan mask.
Looks like a Groucho Marx nose, and that's it. Look at his nose, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1915, so he probably is definitely racist, 100%.
Batman is like 7 years from coming out. Batman's not even out yet, so he doesn't have a point of reference for masked heroes.
Jesus.
So this guy just sucked at a certain point. He wasn't a great wrestler. So he
This
puts
is a paper bag over his head? This is the wrestling equivalent of a paper bag over his head, is what you're telling me.
No,
Batman.
it was in order to get people interested in him, kind of.
Oh, it's a rebrand.
Jesus
It's a rebrand.
So this was this guy's Mankind.
I'm about to do that shit. I'm about to be like, okay, guys, I didn't quite do podcasting, but now I'm some other guy now.
So Mort
Groucho Marx
Henderson wasn't very good, so he became the masked Marvel kind of thing.
Fuck. I gotta do it.
Interesting.
I gotta do
Holy
it.
shit.
We didn't get 100,000 TikTokers, so now I gotta mask up, baby. Try it again. That may be what I'm looking for.
Just get an egg cut.
Well, he can't cut his hair.
Yeah, I need to get one that fits my beard. So it has to have an open chin mask. They exist.
Oh, they do.
I gotta get red contacts. I gotta get
So-
some skin bleach, maybe.
The same way that Sam is talking about how things aren't always original kind of thing. Mort Henderson wears this mask in 1915, calls himself the Masked Marvel. In 1934, Salvador hears about this, calls a wrestler Maravilla en Máscara.
The Marvel in a mask.
Not the same thing.
Not the same.
At all.
Not the same.
Interesting.
Different guy.
I'm sure that's what he said.
That was exactly
I'm
what
sure that's
happened.
he
Yeah,
said.
different guy.
Don't worry. These guys much better.
But Salvador a lot better at picking up that the mask was a way to portray so many different aspects of what a character was, and especially with El Santo, who just had like a famous silvery mask where everyone was just it even has, I think it has very little eye slits.
I think so too.
Everyone was very much like, who the fuck is that under the mask?
Probably televised as well too, with all the lights.
Oh,
Yes.
100%.
This is shiny.
Yeah.
Who's that shiny fucking guy on this newly developed television machine?
Yeah, no.
Right there, yeah, perfect. It's like, is that guy,
Oh, maybe not small.
is that a guy? Is that guy a fucking god?
Oh, he had different ones for different occasions.
As we all should.
And they also found it as a way to keep kayfabe, because they would wear the mask, do their show, and then just fucking take it off and leave.
Wow.
Until they
Yeah,
took
that's
the bit
true,
too
because you don't
fucking
want to
far.
be in fucking. It's like fucking Houdini, you know? You don't want to be Houdini in the street and then fucking somebody just comes and punches you.
Okay. That being
Punches
said,
you in the
your
gut,
liver.
puts you in a straitjacket, and is like,
Yeah.
escape this bitch.
You don't want to. Somebody just like. I mean, Moscow has to fucking just DDT them on the fucking concrete.
that
with
being
no
said,
fucking
you're in
practice.
fucking Mexico City and you just see this big ass Mexican be like, oh, it's just some guy, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
100%.
It's like, oh no, that's El Santo, I
It's,
think.
it's just the Superman kind of gimmick. It's
Right.
like
Clark Kent.
I don't have my hair like combed
the
over,
right way,
and I
yeah.
took my glasses off. I am Superman, and then puts them back, and then you just go back to work, and you're like,
Hi
oh,
guys."
this 6'5", beefy, monstrous man who just so happens to never get paper cuts.
Hey guys, I'm El Santo. Don't worry about it. This is my real voice.
Yeah,
And then he goes
exactly.
back, hola, me llamo Miguel. I don't know what El Santo's name was, but now
Well, I found the poster. I haven't found him fighting.
Frankenstein.
what is it? The Museum
It's,
of what?
El Museo.
I'm pretty sure if you
del
just
Cera.
type in Santo Frankenstein, it'll show up.
That's what I typed in.
Santo versus Frankenstein's daughter? Damn, he's just going down the lineage. He's like Frankenstein.
Keep coming back for
Bride of
more.
Frankenstein. Frankenstein's daughter. Frankenstein's
it's not on
nephew.
Frankenstein contra los monstruos.
I'll tap that right here in a second.
Well, hold on, JJ, because you had brought that up, and I knew some of these titles, but then I was like, okay, let's bring back El Santo. Let's buy the rights to him. What public domain characters can El Santo beat up? Okay, so we got. Let's see. This is what we got: King Arthur,
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie, yeah, Steamboat Willie. El Santo versus King Kong. El Santo versus Sherlock Holmes. Well, you already done Frankenstein.
Yeah.
El Santo versus Zorro. That would be crazy. El Santo versus Alice in Wonderland. Just trippied out fucking El Santo. El Santo versus Cthulhu. That shit would be
Dude, the whole movie's on here.
Yeah.
El Santo versus Scrooge.
Oh my god!
Ebenezer Scrooge. The Wizard of Oz. The Queen of Hearts. Dr.
But
Jekyll.
specifically Scrooge McDuck.
You know, we don't have the rights to Scrooge McDuck. It's a different guy. We gotta wait another 40 years for that.
Damn it!
Now, El Santo versus Long
Our
John Silver
Scrooge
and Winnie
can
the
wear a
Pooh.
duck mask as
Yeah!
I found versus the Cyclops footage.
El Santo versus Paul Bunyan. I'm gonna keep doing this.
Chop, chop.
Marcus, didn't you make this movie in high school?
I did.
Did you guys playing in the dirt, just wrestling each other?
to bring it to modern era, he fought the Demigorgon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I saw that too.
That came out recently.
What?
Like the Stranger Things Demigorgon. Yeah, it was a commercial. Commercial?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
promo. It was like a cross promotion with like Cheetos
Switch-
or something.
Interesting. I did not
yeah.
know that one.
He El Santo goes to the upside down.
But it's not the same guy, right?
No, it's not.
No, he's super dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's
no.
extremely dead.
He's in Coco.
That's a pretty good Santo lookalike, though.
That is the Stranger Things Demigorgon.
Interesting.
Come bien.
Well, maybe. Hell yeah.
This is actually better choreography than what we saw in the Cyclops fight.
Interesting. So he just ate that dude.
Oh yeah, he's in the upside down now.
Oh, yeah, that happens in Mexico all
Goddamn
the time.
barb.
People just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the cartel's Demigorgon. Demigorgon disappeared 40 students.
Santo contra las momias
That's
de
fucked up. It's a mean
Guanajuato.
joke.
I think
But pretty
that's
dark.
The one
All right.
It's rough.
That's pretty rough.
It's a rough joke.
But I will say, in reference to the mask, people did actually start using it to connect to their Aztec heritage or the Jaguars and stuff like that. They were just kind of like, well, now I'm using it to connect to my roots. And like I said, it's not a big mystical thing that has been around for 300 years. It's just like people made a new culture out of it. And now it's like literally what you think of when a Mexican fighter enters a ring or whatever you would think of.
Yeah. Wow.
When do the rappers come in when they walk out? That's a boxing thing. I just saw it happened again. Like Peso Pluma was out there like rapping at one. I don't know who was it that was rapping with Canelo this time. Was there anybody? I didn't pay attention.
He had somebody walk out with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if like wrestlers had people rapping along? It's like, when did that start happening?
Swerve Strickland can literally rap for himself coming up.
John Cena.
7.
John Cena can also rap for himself.
Oh, I guess they did it for Living in America. For what's his name? Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
He had James Brown. He didn't walk out with them, but he
Sometime
performed
around
for
the
him.
70s is when like wrestling walkout music became a thing.
Fuck yeah.
But I also just always love the art from this era.
Oh yeah, painted posters.
Yeah.
Painted posters are awesome. I have a book about it, and that's me having a book. I don't read books. Books for suckers.
But
I have a painted artwork book. Fucking sick.
Now to break things down from the history lesson, just because we're supposed to connect to it in a different way. Anyways,
I'm pretty connected right now.
So I was actually really interested to find out that it was just like it's this really cool, interesting history, and there's so many figures that don't get as much spotlight as they should. And then it still breaks down to so many stories about my grandpa going to watch the local, like it was another local event, the same way that they would get together to watch at the Hano Band at the Maverick Hall kind of thing, which I guess is not that far off from watching wrestlers at the fucking Pulga kind of deal.
Yeah.
And I asked Edward, I was like, any interesting stories that you got? And I was like, so this is a bad one, but I just found it hilarious. There was a mom that would just drop her kid off at lucha libre wrestling kind of thing. It was just kind of like, the people will take care of you. They'll fucking... Which, to an extent, like, it is a big community event.
Yeah.
Like... my grandpa would go. He would take his my parents to it, kind of deal. Like, there's just so many stories of just like everyone in the community would show up, and that is still kind of what exists today in a way where it's just kind of like you can see your local scene. Our podunk town still has local wrestling events every other month to a degree.
And you know what they say about that kid? He grew up to fight Romulus. He was raised by Lucha Libre.
Yeah, he fought his legend.
Went 1-1 though. Still, second time around, 1-1.
Hey, man.
Can't get over the hump.
I mean, you'd probably want to tie.
No, I'd want to beat Romulus.
No, but like, I don't know. I don't want to get into this. I can't name anyone that's like better.
I will beat Tom Flores in a football throwing contest right now. Just because I don't care, he's my hero. I don't care, he's my hero, and I respect him. I want to beat him twice.
So Rey Mysterio Jr., the best luchador ever. Depends on what your metric is. Definitely the most notable.
Yeah, the most famous, the most mainstream. Yeah, sure. If you want to call that.
Is Rey better than, bigger than El Santo? Probably not, actually.
In the worldwide, I would say yes.
Okay.
Let's say, because a lot of people who like El Santo are dead now.
Well, I mean, there's still Hijo del Santo and Hijo del Santo 2.
There's sequels. That's right. People have sequels in Mexico.
Yeah. My favorite luchador growing up was Octagon. A lot of shapes in wrestling.
Penta.
Penta was like his evil brother. That was his Undertaker. And now it's, Octagon Jr. and Penta el Cero Miedo is like the new Pentagon.
It's funny when I type Pentagon, like I just
you get the shape.
I get the new Pentagon. I don't even get pictures of the old ninja Pentagon.
Yeah, that's why I liked Octagon because he was a karate man.
Octagon wrestler, doing all right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Super famous wrestler.
Yeah.
It is kind of.
Oh shit.
Yee. That's JJ's favorite.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Mexican handmade clay lucha? What? Is that a fucking toy?
What?
No, on YouTube on the image search. It's just.
Oh, it's a figurine.
Oh, what?
Damn.
That's a figurine. Holy shit!
I don't think that's
and
true.
it's $45. I want it.
I don't think that's true.
No way, bro.
Product details. Click on the goddamn product detail. No, it's right there.
Product
With the arrow.
Oh, if it ends up just being one of those
That's not product details.
You said click on the arrow.
The fucking product details right there underneath
Right.
the Libre. There you go. Unique and emblematic Mexican sport transformed into art with the intricate value of artisanal work. Wow, that is an AI-generated sentence for your ass.
No fucking way.
Collectible pieces that fuse our traditions. Each piece is unique and unrepeatable. Legends in the world of lucha libre, and the collectors must have details in every
just a picture
figure.
of Octagon, and he's trying to scam me.
For $45.
Hey,
He
it's,
almost had me.
It might be.
it's not on Etsy.
Clay lucha figurines. Yeah, that's so weird. Colores.
You're gonna pay $45 for the plastic guy, though.
Ones that are like this.
I smell basura.
Nice.
But
Ultimo Dragon is a luchador.
oh man, Ultimo Dragon is also one of those dudes that's just. But isn't he Japanese?
That's what he said. Honorable Mexican luchador.
But it's Ultimo, so like he got his start in Mexico, did he not? He became Ultimo Dragon in Mexico.
Well, that was actually the point that I was going to bring up when it comes to wrestling. That it was funny that I've always assumed every luchador is Mexican. So when
Just like Burt Reynolds. Just like anybody with the mustache growing up, he thought Burt Reynolds was Mexican.
Ah, that's a good one.
my dad has a Burt Reynolds stash. That's
My So I don't think I can pull them off. But it's kind of like generational for us that like the men in our family can like rock pretty fucking solid stashes. So when my abuelo passed away, my dad did his last shave, and his brothers were like, "Oh, you should shave his mustache." My dad was like, "No, like this man's gonna die with his fucking mustache." And then my dad just like continuously keeps it going. My brother can rock a good like stash. I don't think I can pull off the stash. I have like too much of a square.
It'd work. You got to train the whiskers a little bit, but you're fine.
I don't know.
This finally connected after 20 years. Shit, man.
Man, the only way I would keep solely like just a stash is if I could get a Zapata stash. I want the Zapata stash.
Best I can
But
do
would
is
you trim that awesome beard though for it? Because you can't have Zapata stash and beard.
No.
You can have it with sideburns with mutton chops, and it's about the fucking. That's the ugliest shit I can think of, but you could do it. Technically, you just have no chin though. You have no chin hair. You'll never see my chin ever again, you fuckers, unless you give me $5,000. That's what it costs to shave my beard. If you want me to shave my beard, it's $5,000. The Mexicans gets 2, I get 3.
Mostly fair.
You'll never see this. You will never see this, you fuckers. Yeah, I'm taunting them. I'm taunting my audience. But point is, a Zapata mustache is a lot to ask for.
It is.
It's difficult. I got, like I said, cholo at best. Little pencil one.
Yeah.
I got the fucking
the reverse Hitler.
Jushin Thunder Liger is a solid choice.
No, I got the Pachuco fucking little line one. That's the one I got. I got to lean like this and shit.
What's the fucking comedian?
Cantinflas?
Cantinflas!
Just the edges. I can't even do just the edges.
Yeah,
Shit.
Cantinflas.
The ultimate reverse Hitler.
I remember senior year, I tried to see what it would look like, and I was just like,
Bro, he could barely pull it off, and he's Cantinflas.
I know, and I think he only pulled it off because he was Cantinflas.
Right.
Like,
nobody had that. Nobody had that mustache that was sane back then.
Hell no.
The homeless guy and Cantinflas had it.
Yeah.
Even people that like Cantinflas tried it, and they're like, I can't do this. Fuck it. Never mind.
I will say, to answer BMO's question, who's your favorite Mexican wrestler?
Non-Mexican masked wrestler.
Non-Mexican.
It's Dragon Lee for me right now.
Dragon Lee?
Non-Mexican masked wrestler.
I don't know. Dragon.
Kane.
El Generico. I can find his clips really quick.
Kane counts. He has a mask.
Juan Cena.
I like that we talk about
Juan
Lucha
Cena.
Libre and you're like, oh, Kane.
We said non-white or non-Mexican masked. I don't know that many non-Mexican masked fighters. Because they have a mask on. I don't know who's Mexican or not. They have a mask. If I come out as the German warrior, nobody would fucking know. Oh, we're going to get copyrighted for Kanye music. Hit the mute. Oh, no, just hit the mute. There you go. Damn, that's a big hoss he just threw.
Also, a random
Damn, that's
star.
just a big hoss he got thrown by.
Yeah, no, but
Oh, you cut it off there?
You want to keep him going?
Oh, well, I already saw the ending of it in the thumbnail, so.
Dragon Lee is Mexican.
Really?
There you go. See? Not so easy, is it?
Just say
Kane.
Tiger Mask.
Disco Tiger Mask?
Just go Tiger Mask. It's the easy choice.
But it was non-masked Mexican?
No, it was masked non-Mexican.
So like Ultimo Dragon, who's Japanese.
Yeah,
Someone that-
Right.
Oh, then I
That's why I said Kane, because that's the only one I knew
guess,
wasn't
yeah.
Mexican and the mask.
Hayabusa wore a
Humankind.
mask, didn't he? Yeah. Hayabusa.
Yoshimitsu. That is another ticket character who wore a mask and he's Japanese, but not a lucha libre. Vega, he's Spanish, doesn't he?
That's true. They don't count.
They don't count. They don't fucking count. If you think you count, I know Spanish don't want to count. That's the problem. They think they're better than everybody.
Hashtag bully Spaniards like we bully Brits for their dialect.
Yeah, who's gonna fucking not bully a Spaniard? Hola, me gusta agua. Like, what are you, fucking Sylvester? The Spanish Sylvester of Mexico.
Yeah. ECW, baby.
This is actually the biggest wrestler in Mexico right now. Eliseo del
5'2".
Bantico. Well, yeah, bro. He's a small guy.
Like a real small guy. Yeah! That shit's fucking tight. Could you be like imagine in the 1940s?
It's actually the best wrestler in Mexico versus the best wrestler in Canada. So kind of funny.
No, but could you imagine in the 1940s never seeing anything like this before? And you just see a small Mexican guy being like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Yeah.
Like it wasn't as sharp as this, but
Like an actual
jumping off rope is still a pretty solid
100%.
entertainment bit,
Yeah.
especially if you don't have TV.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck, dude. Could you imagine? Like, just imagine that. Like, all right, yeah, hell yeah. Here's my fucking 20 pesos. What war? Fuck it. Here, I want to watch these guys fly around.
So here's my
This
funniest.
is so stupid. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Trust.
Here's my funniest controversial take. I think John Jones could starch all 300 Spartans. The eye pokes alone, they wouldn't be ready for that.
Wait, John Jones versus 300 Spartans. Armor or no armor?
No armor, just wrestling.
Oh, just wrestling. John Jones. Versus
One at a time.
Well, okay. So he's
One at a time.
so he's thermopilating them. They all have to get through one pass.
yes.
That is
I
John
believe-
Jones' width.
Yeah. I believe with no weapons, no armor, 1-on-1.
18.
Steady.
What year is that? That's like pre-Bible
With or
Greek.
without HGH.
No, with cocaine. You have to allow cocaine.
Yeah.
But like,
I think-
imagine like,
I think you
like
give it-
skinny JJs are probably what the Spartans look like.
I was gonna say you got to give it to Jones.
Not that you're
because
not skinny, but
here's the
smaller.
thing. Like you got to credit the grit of like old warriors, but at the same time you cannot discredit like
Muscle creatine,
just freak,
creatine
like freak.
and muscle mass.
You know, like freak, absolute freak of natures, and that we have nowadays. That's why, like, I think
There ain't no
Well,
way a group of 300 warriors that grew up on a diet of fish and olive oil.
No, does he have rest? Does he have rest time in
Finest
between?
HGH.
Does he
I
have
don't
rest time
even
in
think he
between?
needs rest time.
Because imagine he has to throw 300 punches because he's a one hitter quitter most all of them, right? But you're still fucking tired because you're not. The only thing you have to worry about is getting jumped, and if you don't have to worry about getting
because if you
jumped,
think about it,
They throw 800 punches in a sparring. Yeah.
the most punches thrown in a UFC fight was 650 ish. That was Max Holloway.
that's like 20 minutes of fighting. So,
Yeah.
well, I guess the other thing is, can they run a little bit, or do they have to like charge at him?
They're gonna charge in him.
Well, no,
Their
'cause,
tactics.
I mean, they're gonna be a little scared because they're gonna see the first 40 guys get slept, and you're 41. You're like, I don't want to do this. I don't care what war we're talking about. This guy is a god.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think about like they're also fighting for their lover,
That's true.
so they're
They got
like
that deep
I'm
love.
gonna fucking die for this, like my husband,
Leonidas.
essentially.
I'm gonna
Like,
die for my best friend's dick.
Leonidas.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why we should implement
I
mandatory homosexual sex in the military.
I was gonna say
Mandatory.
I love hearing like
Getting stronger bonds.
alphas just like say like, that's why I love the Spartans. They were the greatest warriors. I'm like, gay.
They were gay. They
It's
loved it.
okay, but
Right.
Gay.
It made them better.
Like-
It made them better soldiers.
yeah, I was like, just like
you want to know why we're gonna fall as a country? Because our soldiers aren't gay.
Yeah.
That's the next era.
Oh, I know a lot of gay former soldiers.
Not all of them though, and then it's not mandatory either. I mean, you did.
Well,
pretty
it wasn't-
good. I mean, you did pretty good. I'm pretty sure without the gay, maybe a little gay, maybe a little snuggle. I don't know how you did it, but
I was about to say,
Well,
like,
also, fully gay military didn't work out so great for the Spartans in the long run. Shit, even in that movie, have you guys not seen the end of it?
nah, I get to the part where his butt cheeks are in the window. I'm like, I'm done. I've seen what I needed to see.
I will say to end this wrestling topic,
Spartan
Get-
butt cheeks are it. No, I'm kidding.
go watch your local wrestling scene. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky that Austin has one of the best wrestling local scenes.
Really,
Yeah.
no fucking clue.
Yeah,
No fucking clue.
bro, let me introduce you to Brick Savage.
Well, I also know that I don't know if he still goes by JTG, but JTG was like really big in Texas for a little bit. And I literally only followed him because I was such a huge fan of like Crime Time when they were like supposed to be on the up and up.
Yeah.
And then they left, and then like rest in peace, Shad Gaspard. But yeah, then I just like after Shad died, I had this like feeling that I was just like I owed it to JTG just follow his career. And then I don't know what it was, but he's like stayed independent circuit, and then he won. I don't know what exactly the title was, but like Texas independent title, something like that. I don't know.
So this is a clip. I can't find a lot of pictures of him, but this is what Brick
God
Savage
bless.
looks like.
The fuck do you even? How do you even attack that?
Hold on.
With the trash can. Or with the chair.
This man lives here?
Yes,
It's like
I've worked out with him.
it's like if they cut a slab of beef, glued it together,
He-
and go, "Here's a
he
human
offers coaching.
brain."
Oh, shit.
Actually, but here's the thing, though. It's life coaching, though. I'm kidding.
God.
No, it's not weightlifting. It's
I
life
could use
coaching.
both.
Right.
So, fun fact about him. Because I told Kelly, I was like, bro, this guy is scary. Like,
He's a
and
gay Spartan. No.
he is gay.
Oh.
No.
I mean, hey. The garters kind of gave it away, but
Yes.
you know.
But yeah, but
Assless chaps. was what got me for it. But okay.
See, I only saw the front. It was the frontless, assless chaps. So it's just the thigh.
but
It's just pockets.
Brick Savage is also only like 24, 23. Like, he's up and coming.
Wait, that guy's 24?
Yep.
That is that's Gen Z looking like old as shit. That guy looked 30. That guy looked 37
Full
years
circle,
old.
pod over. Remember, we were talking about this shit at the
Switch back to
beginning.
him, switch back to him.
Holy shit.
Remember.
That motherfucker's 24?
That guy wasn't alive for 9/11, or barely.
Oh my
was
God.
barely alive for 9/11. If he's 24,
Bro. And
because that's 2000. That means he was a baby when 9/11
that
happened.
is a black man.
That is a
Black
grown.
don't crack, bro. And the homeboy, either he's going to age terribly the rest of his life, or he's going to look like that till
Forever.
He's 100. Yeah.
No in between.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He's looked like that since he was 18 and a half. 18, he was still fresh faced, but then
I've
18
looked like
and a half.
this since I was 14. I got ID'd for the fucking first time in I don't know how long, just for this shit.
Oh, I still get IDs sometimes.
Bro, what the
I
fuck?
don't.
That's wild.
You're aging terribly, and you're the youngest here.
Nah, I'm the best looking and tall and have a beard. You
Wait,
can't.
who's the youngest here?
He's the youngest here.
I'm the youngest here. By a lot.
Actually,
No, you
might-
are. He is. Yeah, he actually.
I was gonna say, wait a second. I thought I was the youngest,
Not by like a little bit.
which
But it-
still blows my mind. But
Right, because I'm so gorgeous.
well, because I think I look older than all of y'all.
You do. It's fucking like tragic, dude. Like you need to
Anyway-
like watch out.
anyway, this-
Like, you got to stop drinking, dude. Like you're aging real bad.
Okay,
Like you look gross.
You can
Like, you're
insult him
fucking
now.
sick. You're making
he's
me-
thrown like 8 jabs your way. You can throw one
Like-
back.
I'm waiting
Like
for the. I'm
like I
waiting
get
for
the
sleeper.
Rogaine use.
It's like,
I get it.
rope-a-dope, you know, just like let him go. And
Oh, I'm a dope.
Bottle.
I know I'm a dope. It's how long can you rope? Is the problem.
I was about to say the problem with that technique is he won't get tired.
I won't get tired. I will go forever. That's what she said.
He'll just say random shit like I don't know, bro, and then your eyelashes are not great. Like he'll just keep going.
That's fine.
Right. I would look. Why are you playing footsie with me? Why?
But anyway,
Hey, I don't thread my eyebrows to look younger. All right. I'm just. See, I can keep going. See?
Yeah, these are all natural, baby.
Naturally with a thread.
that was too much of a reach. All right, anyway,
gonna say,
let me.
I know how to do it.
Also, you know way too much about how it works.
Just because I'm smart doesn't mean I'm. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that. What? I was gonna say just because I'm smart doesn't mean I'm gay. No, that's wrong to say though. Can't say it. It's
Damn, bro.
metrosexual. We invented a word for it.
Do apology
In
burpees
Okay,
now.
Metro. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
almost-
I mean, you guys talking about wrestling. Don't talk to me about fuck. There was a little person named like Leprechaun Joe or whatever the fuck. What was his name?
Hornswoggle.
There you go. That's not better. Leprechaun
damn it.
Joe at least has a fucking name.
Hey, man.
Don't talk to me about morality when we're talking about wrestling, goddammit. All
He
right?
was
that-
Vince's illegitimate son, all right?
That's not
He was
better.
heir apparent to the throne.
Didn't Vince have
He wanted to sleep with his sister's daughter.
Hey man,
Like, Austin Theory, right? Isn't
Yeah.
Austin Theory
Yeah.
like canonically like illegitimate son?
I like it. It's your boy Shoot Swoggle. Like he was like, it's Hornswoggle. See? Don't talk to me about what's right and what's wrong.
yeah, bro, that was 15
Vince-
years ago. You made a
Vince-
wrong comment today.
Referencing 12-year-old me, all right?
You said that today. Anyway,
Reference.
I'm gonna look something up because
He wanted Stephanie McMahon to have his child in World. She was
What were you going to
pregnant.
say?
who what?
Vince McMahon in World WWE World wanted Stephanie's pregnancy in story mode to be his child. Like he pitched that idea.
I don't remember that.
It didn't go
It
through.
didn't go through, but he pitched that.
He pitched it.
Did you teach him this, JJ?
Probably.
I'm smart.
Knowing references doesn't make you
learned it,
smart. You are smart, but knowing references doesn't make you
Learned.
smart.
Fine, I'm smart and learned. Mostly because there's 2 syllables to that. Learned. Learned. Just one.
When I heard or when I learned
learned. When I learned it.
that was an actual term or
What?
word, learned,
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds stupid.
I want to unlearned that
I
word.
almost couldn't say it. I want to unlearn a nerd.
Here I was worried that I would trip on the Spanish words because like, you made me code switch, but yeah. But anyway, Emiliano, I just wanted to show you this. Like I said, Brick Savage
Thoughts
is
of a human.
Brick Savage is up and coming. He actually is signed to GCW next month for the first time ever.
GCW. Hold on.
That's like the middle step between these bigger
Gay
steps.
Championship Wrestling.
Game changing wrestling.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Okay,
That, okay.
all right,
You
okay,
just overwrote
okay,
my
I know,
terrible comment.
Low hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
Kind of like.
do-
What, a Game Changer Wrestling? Okay, I'm not aware of that one.
Oh man, I saw it and it was awesome.
Nobody heard that joke.
I
He said low hanging fruit. I go like his testes.
Yeah,
But-
no, I just didn't acknowledge it for your sake.
Aguacate, if you want to make it
But
Spanish.
anyway, this is Brick Savage one of his highlights. I was there for this match. It was here in Austin.
Okay, this is AI music. That's real fine. God damn!
Was that a woman?
No, that was a guy.
That was a people. It doesn't matter, man or woman. You can't lift somebody by the ankle and be like, that's not impressive.
What the fuck?
And
More feats of
and like I
strength.
said, he signed to GCW.
Interesting. Huh. Also, do we know what Finley is doing?
Finley?
Finley?
Then lie.
Because you brought up Horn.
Isn't that Billie Eilish's
Finley.
brother?
Oh, he's a trainer now.
Okay, just for WWE or?
I'm not sure.
Are you looking up some unknown fact about him that we should know?
Well, because okay,
Is he on
I'm trying
OnlyFans?
to find the goddamn like video, but there's a video that was like very recent, from one of the pay-per-views, I think, and it's this guy who's like talking to like another like fighter or whatever, and there's a trainer who's next to him. And the dude looks like carbon copy Finley. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I like look up on Wikipedia, look up like online, what's Finley doing now? And it says that he's a trainer for WWE. But I'm like, this dude is like crazy identical. And so I commented on the picture or on the video, but I'm waiting for responses.
No.
I know.
The internet. You comment on YouTube videos?
Instagram.
You comment on anything?
Yeah. I've had a very productive and developmental conversation over the past 5 days.
Yeah, he really shouldn't
With,
lecture
like-
you. You have a blue check mark and we don't.
It's also fair.
Because you're a vendor. We don't sell anything.
Also,
I can make a rap and get a blue check mark tomorrow.
I'm pretty much had it confirmed. I just earned it. I'm not paying for that shit.
See? Right. Yeah, because you're not paying for it. I can pay. We can pay for it if you want. Earning it is another thing.
But he earned it.
Because y'all asked last time that I was on here. You're like,
Right.
did you pay for it or earn it?
Well,
I
he
was
said he was
I don't know.
flabbergasted by it. And
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
like, I
like-
just applied.
Yeah, I applied and then it just popped up.
They've
and
denied
then-
me because apparently the Excellence is not a notable pod or whatever the fuck the requirement is. So
Yeah.
It'd be ironic if they were like, "Oh yeah, you're from the Excellence. That's why we gave you."
That's fucking true.
now I gotta wear a mask. I gotta rebrand.
Yeah.
Just go fight Brick Savage.
I would, because I think that he could lift me up.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he could lift me up, so it'd be fun to watch. Just because I haven't been lifted up since I was a toddler.
I'll lift you
Most
up,
of you motherfuckers haven't. Shut your fucking.
God lifts you up where you belong.
Love, not God. Why did you make it a gospel song?
Love.
Love lifts us up. Love lifts you up. Love. Where are we? He said God lifts us up. Like
No,
we belong.
I heard. But, you know.
El Dios.
Now, if we put in AI, it'd make it a good song.
Young warrior.
Circle.
All right, guys, we're just wasting everybody's time now. But yeah, thank you for coming out.
That was a fun show.
I believe next Tuesday will be Compas, and then Thursday we're gonna catch up on more reviews, including X-Men, because it ends next week.
That's right. What was this?
I was like, fuck yeah. Like,
Oh, it was going a little low, and I was like,
okay, all right.
going back to Rogue again?
That is why this show is blasphemous.
What? We not enough Rogue respect?
No, we
Because
were
of the
implying that Rogue.
Monetization of Rogue.
If you look like Rogue, you can be on the Mexcellence. Just ask. And if
you look
you're
like,
an awesome, just ask. It's fine. We won't do anything.
OG
We'll just
Rogue.
have you on.
We look
big
like
hair?
OG Rogue.
Oh, the big hair?
Big hair and
Oh, you're talking about Apocalypse laying down scene.
yeah, thick
Oh.
with 3 Q's.
Why?
Rogue.
Well, I was just saying we weren't going to do anything weird. You just ruined that whole pitch. Now we'll have everybody.
We're not gonna do anything weird. You're over here.
You're over here saying they need to be
Gay.
3Q thick.
Yeah.
For why? For why? So you can ogle?
For the memes.
They can't see it. We're a sit-down platform. We don't walk into
can
frame.
see you.
I mean, I did at the beginning of the show, but that's because I was getting you an ice
I
pack.
was about to say you've walked in twice.
Once he did because he had to pee the second time. So long story short,
Watch.
unless we have okay, fine. If you look like Rogue, will cosplay as Rogue, are thick with 3 Qs,
We
and
should
would be
all-
willing to step in inside.
We should all just cosplay as Rogue.
All jackets are that size to me anyway, so it works.
Anyway, catch your local wrestling show. Catch GCW if you can. And watch AEW Forbidden Doors. CMLL will literally be there.
Yeah.
As well
Watch the Mexcellence.
Also, Feliz Dia de las Madres a todas las mamás y mamacitas.
Eso.
La
Tomorrow.
mamá de la mamá de la mamá.